Hurts, slant, Brown, lunge, touchdown Philadelphia. A.J. Brown snatched it out of the air for the score. Checks wing, well hit ball, and there it goes. Number 300 for Ken Griffey Jr. One of the youngest ever in the major leagues to reach the 300 home run plateau. Bothered by Lou. Iverson. How about that? Steps over Teron Lou. 7 straight points by Iverson.
Hello, everybody. What is going on, man? Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Raider Nation, Steeler Nation. Welcome to Vegas, baby. Welcome to Sin City, ladies and gentlemen. Home of the Las Vegas Raiders here in Allegiant Stadium. Guys, before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Make sure you're sharing on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. Happy Sunday night football here on the channel. Salute to everybody in the chat. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Las Vegas Raiders here in Sin City. Before we get started, you already know to do these things. Make sure to hit that like button if you have not hit the like button as of yet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure those post notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys are sharing on your social media platforms. Definitely appreciate all of you guys. Hope everybody is doing well. Salute to everybody. And like I said, man, share the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to have a good one today. All right, man. Keep smashing those likes, man. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to G Money in the building already. Man, salute. Salute to everybody, man. We're going to have ourselves a good one. Right now, Pittsburgh and both the Raiders and the Steelers are coming in at 1-1 apiece. Who do I have winning this game? I'm actually going to pick the Raiders because I don't trust the Steelers' offense. I don't think their offense is good enough, at least in my opinion, to for them to beat the Raiders. So I'm going with the Raiders to win this Sunday night game. Let me know who you guys are cheering for tonight. Let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button, share the stream as you guys come in, folks.
Light the Al Davis Memorial Torch here at Allegiant Stadium. Mike Tyson with the honors here before kickoff. As he does that,
Mike Tyson is in Vegas tonight? Oh, interesting.
Hello, Mike. Jimmy Garoppolo told us he has settled in.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all.
You got a house on the 10th hole of a golf course, and number 10 said it.
No, not the Packers. The Bears. 41-10, but that's not as bad as the Broncos. They lost by 50. They gave up 70 points to the Dolphins today. That was pretty bad. Jimmy Garoppolo starting quarterback for the Raiders, going up against Kenny Pickett starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Josh McDaniels, who was his offensive coordinator in New England for his first 3.5 seasons in the league. Jimmy said back then,
Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach, going up against Mike Tomlin, head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, hit that like. Make sure you guys come on in. Definitely appreciate you guys showing the love and appreciation, man. Hopefully you guys love the background, as you guys can see right here, as I got the background set up and I got the scores on the bottom.
It's going to be wild, and I can't wait.
Neither can we. Thank you, Melissa. Year 2 for Josh McDaniels. 6-11 last year. 5 of those losses blown double-digit leads. On the other side,
which tells you the Raiders should have been in the freaking playoffs.
Season 17.
Third most wins among active head coaches is Mike Tomlin.
Vegas won the toss, defers the option to the second half. So Pittsburgh
Damn, it's almost like if you kind of wish Sean Payton didn't take that job, did he? Here's Daniel Carlson kicking for the Raiders. Desmond King the second is going to be receiving the kick. 7th season in the league. Shout out to Daniel Berry in the building. All right, Pittsburgh is going to start on their own 25, and here is Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense.
University of Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, Alabama.
Tyler Robinson, Penn State.
Najee Harris, good running back.
Calvin Austin III, Memphis State University. Pat Farmer, Tennessee.
Dan Moore Jr., Texas A&M.
Isaac Silmar.
As we go to the Pittsburgh's offensive starting lineup.
Jake Daniels, MG Harding High School.
Shoots are for Western Michigan. Chris said it before, desperate to get the running game going.
The Jets have a good defense, but their offensive line is just. All right, here we go. Pittsburgh's first series. They give it to Najee Harris on the front, on the run, and he sheds a tackle, and then is able to get at least about 6 or 7 yards on the play. Man, just when I thought he was going to get tackled for a loss, he's able to elude that tackle and get himself about 6 or 7 yards on that first series. So far, Pickett has completed 61% of his passes, 454 yards, 3 picks to 2 touchdowns. Matt Canada, offensive coordinator, who a lot of Steeler fans are pretty pissed about. Matt Canada feel like he should have been fired as OC. Anyway, Steelers in the shotgun. They give it to Harris on the run again. And it looks like he gets about 4, so he's going to be a yard short, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. So it'll be 3rd and 1 on the Steeler 34.
Obvious strategy coming right out for the Raiders is that they're going to
I saw that the Colts upset the Ravens. I heard that some of the calls were questionable in that game. I didn't get to see it because I was watching the Seahawks and the Panthers. I was watching the Cowboys and the Cardinals. And the Cardinals pull off an upset today, beating the Cowboys 28-16. Tennessee got killed today. Here we go. 3rd and 1. They give it to the fullback, and he gets stopped. Raiders defense steps up right there on 3rd and 1. And it's a quick 3-and-out for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What a nice-looking play that time by Nichols. He's going to jump to the inside and just make
number
the
91
completely miss and come back and not only make the tackle, but
wow, he just shed that right guard.
Forward into that first down.
Wesley Harvin is the punter for Pittsburgh. And DeAndre Carter back deep to receive.
DeAndre Carter to receive for the Raiders. Here's the punt.
I can hang it in the air very high.
And here we go. DeAndre Carter. What's he going to do? Carter, where's he going? Oh.
Excellent coverage by the Steelers.
Carter, that was just poor running by Carter. What was DeAndre Carter backpedaling for? He could have even went left on that. Here's the Raiders offense.
Eastern Illinois. Josh Jacobs, Alabama. Devontae Adams, Fresno State. Jacoby Myers, NC State. Austin Hooper.
I got Jacoby Myers, but I didn't start him today.
Colton Miller, UCLA. Dylan Parle, Memphis. Andre James.
I got Devontae Adams on my fantasy team. Hopefully he does something for me today. I didn't expect the Jaguars to get stomped by the Texans like that. I got Damian Pierce on my team. Here we go. First series, empty backfield. Here's Garoppolo, quick throw, and it is complete to my man Devontae Adams, who got about a gain of 4 or 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not hit that like button, make sure to hit the like button as you guys come in. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Shout out to everybody who is watching right now. We got 7 people watching right now on the stream. Hit the like button, share the stream, folks. Gonna have ourselves a good one tonight. Appreciate everybody. Josh McDaniel, head coach. Here we go. Garoppolo. Josh Jacobs takes it and only gets about 2 yards, maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Here's the Pittsburgh defense.
Marvin Leon, Texas A&M. Montreal Adams, Auburn. Larry Ogunjobi, Charlotte. TJ Watt.
TJ Watt,
University of
my favorite linebacker in the NFL. TJ Watt.
Leon Wallace, Tucson High School. Keanu Neal, Florida. Mick Fitzpatrick, Alabama. Patrick Peterson.
The most money I've received from fantasy was $400 because I actually won a championship. But that was a fantasy league that me and my friends did. Here we go. Garoppolo back to throw, 3-step drop, throws over to the right side. Intended target for Devontae Adams on the right side, but it is incomplete and out of the reach of Adams. And it's a quick 3-and-out for the Raiders.
Really helped Joey Porter Jr. here because they're going to have a safety right over the top. So all he has to do is just trail Devontae Adams. Pretty easy to do that. You see,
Ryan says, what's your thoughts on Colorado State? They've done surprisingly well, but they just got stomped by Oregon. What is it, 42-6 last night? And Deion Sanders, my man Primetime's been called out by a lot of analysts who've been hating on him. But it's only 4 games in, and all right, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Man, I thought Austin was going to take it to the house the way he was just shedding some of those tackles, but he gets stopped at midfield. But there's a flag on the play with 11:27 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Straw Blake, referee. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So much for the good field position, James Pierre.
All right, so we got a timeout right now with 11:27 remaining. You didn't need to hold them. Why would they hold? Oh, man. Like, can't you just – it's amazing to me why football players – I get that, sometimes it's hard to guard guys, but it's like, bro, you already had two guys shielding him. There was no need to grab him. So now you hold them and you get yourselves a penalty, which is just crazy. But anyway, so they get a 10-yard penalty to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they got pushed 10 yards back from where the initial spot was supposed to be. So now I think it's going to be on their own 40, if not on 39-yard line. I heard Dion is targeting T.O. and Marvin Sapp maybe being a part of the coaching staff. Oh, you mean Warren Sapp? Yeah, because you said Marvin. I think you meant Warren Sapp. Hall of Famer Warren Sapp. Oh, my God. It's Ice Spice. Ugh. Fake hair, fake everything. What the hell, bro? Ridiculous. Guys, hit the like button, man. Appreciate you guys if you guys will hit that like button as well for the algorithm, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to Steelers Nation, Raiders Nation watching live. If you can't see the game, hopefully you guys can hear the commentary from not only from the people at Sunday Night Football with Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth, but you're hearing it from me calling the plays here on the channel, man. Salute. Like I said, definitely give you a shout out if you're a Steelers or Raiders fan here on the channel, man. Salute. And shout out to G Money for saying that he loved the background that I have. So I hope you guys like it too. Put a lot of work into trying to get into this game. And, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been, kind of really doing live streams and all that. But, the last game that I did was week 1 with the Jets and the Bills, in which the Jets won. But the problem was they lost Aaron Rodgers for the season with an Achilles injury.
By the Farmer's Dog, a fresh approach to
Bro, those were some battles in the 70s between these two teams.
Steelers and Raiders, the rivalry.
The Immaculate Reception.
1972, big part of that rivalry. The late
Family of Ken Stabler.
On hand to accept his Hall of Fame ring, Mark Davis, the principal owner of the Raiders there. Also a bunch of Hall of Famers, 9 Raiders Hall of Famers. Charles Woodson, Fred Willett.
Charles Woodson, one of my favorite corners.
On the field before the game.
Pickett gives it to Najee Harris on the run, and he's going to get himself about
3 yards against the Raider defense. Let's beat them.
3 yards, 2nd and 7. I like Max Crosby, and I like John Jenkins too.
Malcolm Kuntz, Buffalo. Roberts, Lane, Western Michigan. Lamont Diablo, Virginia Tech. Nahub, Illinois. Corian Bennett, Maryland. Marcus Epps, Wyoming. Trayvon Merrick, TCU. Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters.
Still a big name missing. Chandler Jones, the veteran pass rusher.
Chandler Jones.
Non-football illness list this week.
Former Chief. Pickett looking, can't find anybody, and it's incomplete. Almost got sacked.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
There's no doubt the guy that you have to stop. If
It's
you're the
Max
Pittsburgh
Crosby.
Steelers,
That's a fact.
Max Crosby, you're going to see him moving around. He is relentless effort, and somehow, no matter how many double teams, how many triple teams,
He finds a way to get to the
they put on him,
quarterback.
He finds a way to hustle himself to the football.
12 and a half sacks last year, 22 tackles for a loss, forced 3 fumbles, which led all of the NFL last year. Empty backfield for the Steelers on 3rd and 6. Here's Pickett. Back to throw. Looking. Rolls left. Throws on the run. And throws it. And it's incomplete. And Austin can't bring it in. And that's a 3 and out.
Doing everything they can, really, to get some inside pressure in here to do exactly what happened. Pickett then has to exit the pocket and moving to his left, just let it escape a bit.
It wasn't a bad throw.
We go again.
It was just a little high.
So far, all defense in this one.
If he lowers the throw just a little bit, that's a complete pass. It was not a bad throw. It was just a little bit high. Carter, there's DeAndre Carter getting the kick, punt return, trying to.
yards, 26 yards.
I didn't even like the last one yet.
That's where the Raiders will start.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another commercial break. 10:27 remaining here in the first quarter. We are scoreless, and the Raiders are taking over on offense with Jimmy Garoppolo and the Las Vegas Raiders. Going to the chat, Ryan says, what's your I was watching a video about what you didn't know about football, and I didn't know there was a player that had one of his foot had no toes. That would be Deion Sanders, I think you're talking about. Also, a player that had no left or right hand. I forgot which one, and I think it was amputated. I know Deion Sanders got because he played with turf toe for most of his career. He had to get his toes amputated because he might have gotten his leg amputated if he didn't get the toes removed. So it could have been a whole leg that he could have lost. And quite honestly, the condition that he had, it could have ended his life. But once again, salute to everybody. We are on commercial break. Man, I'm really digging the background. Ladies and gentlemen, I know tomorrow there are going to be two games that are going to finish week 3. That is the Philadelphia Eagles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield against Jalen Hurts, and then we have the Los Angeles Rams against the Cincinnati Bengals in Paul Brown Stadium. Which game would you like for me to do? Would you like for me to do the Rams and the Bengals, or would you like for me to do the Buccaneers against the Eagles? Let me know in the comments section, and I will definitely set up a live stream tomorrow for that one. Let me know in the comment section. Would you rather have me do Rams and Bengals, or would you rather have me do Eagles and Buccaneers? Also, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA season is. Shout out to Brandon Schutz. What's going on? Shout out to your Texans. They won today. Carrie Underwood, 8-time Grammy winner.
The Sunday Night Football anthem, last 11 years. First time she's been at a Sunday Night Football game. So we invited her into our production truck with Drew Esikoff, our director, and Rob Hyland, our producer. Carrie, between them.
She looks so tiny when she first started. It's amazing. She just became a woman right now.
And we had the chance last night to go see Carrie.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
In residency here in Vegas.
It's amazing she has any voice left at all. She was belting them out last
Oh,
night.
somebody else.
Awesome. Denim and Rhinestones tour is great. This new album out. We spend time with Carrie Underwood, who gets
Garoppolo.
every Sunday night. Raiders
Throws. And Davante Adams. What?
First down, retreated.
Why did you retreat, Davante? You had the first down, bro.
35 yards short of the first down. It's where it should be on the gain of 9.
Get a feel for what play action.
9-yard gain for
Here they go,
Davante
play
Adams.
action
That should have
first
easily
down
been.
run, and you end up with a one-on-one on the outside, and that is going to be.
That was like
easy.
13
You
or
have
14
to have
yards.
Respect for one of the best, if not the best, receiver in all of football, in Davante Adams. A lot of space with those linebackers stepping forward.
Guys, continue to hit that like button. 2nd and 1. Oh, Kenny Pickett does. Oh, they just. Wow. I'm shocked. How the hell did Garoppolo get that handoff to Josh Jacobs? I thought he was sacked.
This play would be mistimed.
Oh, my
just a little
God.
bit, they say.
I can't believe
Baker's
that.
gonna come down, and he's supposed to trip.
Wow.
The nose tackle, and whoops, I didn't know what happened to the football, to be
Fortunately
honest.
for the Raiders, they got a first
Somehow
down.
got it off to Jacobs.
How in the hell did he get that handoff to Josh Jacobs?
Just a little brief second where it's out of
Incredible.
Garoppolo's hands and free, and Jacobs was able to secure it and give us the game's first down.
All right, 1st and 10. Garoppolo back, looking, goes left, open. Davante Adams, and it's a first down. Clear.
The first 6 minutes of this one, why not? First team All-Pro the last 3 years.
For the Texans and the Jaguars, yes. Texans 34, Jaguars 17.
On the other side,
Texans 34, Jaguars 17.
And anytime you see both of those guys on the field together, you have to help.
All right, man. 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
That time they were able to get the football off.
Garoppolo 4 attempts, targeted Adams all 4 times.
3 wide receivers. Garoppolo hands off to Jacobs, going and was able to go past the line of scrimmage, but he loses the football and then T.J. Watt has got the football,
Looks like it's Steelers' ball,
and the Steelers have recovered the football.
Fitzpatrick getting in there to help knock it free.
So Josh Jacobs fumbles the football, and the Steelers recover. That is a tough break. All right, so we take a commercial break. Steelers take over. 8:36 remaining here in the first quarter, as it looked like the Raiders were doing really good moving the ball. And just like that, the Pittsburgh Steelers get the ball back on a turnover. Peyton Manning says, Morton Anderson, famous Falcons kicker with no toes. Oh, okay. Before this new age droid superhuman breeds, man, he was the man. Okay, shout out to Peyton Manning. Thank you for that info. Guys, hit that like button. Hit the like. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button as yet. No, by the time it was 34-17, I'm trying to remember. This was already by that point in the fourth quarter by the time I looked at that score. What I could do is I can adjust the scores right here on what's his face? Excuse me. I can adjust the scores right here on OBS. Man, I'm like, why am I drawing a blank? I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. All right, man, let's look at some out-of-town scores. We know that the Giants lost 30-12 at the hands of the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. Indiana, the Colts beat the Ravens 22-19, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee loses to Cleveland 27-3. They get stomped. As I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins put up a 70 whopper on the Denver Broncos, who are now 0-3 to start the season. They are struggling, and it's almost going to be like, man, you wish Sean Payton didn't take that job coaching Russell Wilson, because it's like it's becoming more and more evident that Russell Wilson needed Pete Carroll and that the system made Russell Wilson the quarterback that he is. So far, that's what it's looking like since he's left Seattle. The Patriots defeat the Jets 15-10 in a close one, very low-scoring game. We got Buffalo put a stomping, whomping right now over to – all right, so let's see what the call on the fumble is.
Pretty quick one. We didn't even need to bring Terry McCauley in for that one.
Take some time off, Terry.
Really. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. So, again, the Bills beat the Commanders 37-3. Detroit putting on the clamps on defense on the Falcons. They win 20-6. Green Bay beats the Saints 18-17.
When a big moment happens in the Steelers defense, just not there.
They're the stars, but so far the Raiders have done a nice job with this offense. They are not giving this pass rush much of a chance. Here they go empty again, but they've been getting the ball out so quickly, they haven't had to worry about those edge rushers.
All right. Oh, that's an approachment. It's going to be a false start.
Back up 5 here.
Yep, false start.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, second down. Miller, the captain,
Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Did you hear what happened to the Astros today? No, what happened to the Stros today? Let me know what happened.
In the first 2 games, -2 yards in Buffalo last week.
Josh Jacobs, 23 rushes, 46 yards, only averaging less than 2 yards per carry. Doesn't have a touchdown yet through 2 weeks of football. Here's Garoppolo, 2nd and 14. Throwing up the middle, and it's complete. Jacoby Myers, dang, that's the second receiver that had a first down, had to backpedal and loses those yards. But it looks like he gained 12 on the play.
And he's a big part of this, because anytime you have a player like Devontae Adams, you need somebody else.
Run play on 3rd and 1, and it looks like okay. So Garoppolo gets the first down.
Yeah, you just need somebody else to offset that, to try and give some space to Devontae Adams. That was a good run that time. Part of Jimmy Garoppolo, he sort of bounced off the initial contact.
All right, the Raiders are getting near the red zone right now.
Needed a beefy yard. It's about 1.5 yards, and looks like they're going to come out and measure this one. I said as good as gold because Garoppolo is 91% on sneaks of 3rd or 4th down and 1.
Yeah, clever. He put his head down, and that was.
He almost got tackled up the middle.
And then
luckily he had the opening
back out or knocked back out
to be able to go back outside.
Just a matter of where they mark it from there.
And a couple index cards short, so the Rams 4th down.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to get swept by Kansas City at this time of the year, heading into the playoffs. If you're the Houston Nationals, the defending champ.
Yeah, you're at that point. And typically, when the Raiders really need something, if they're going to go behind double teams running the football, it is to their left with Barham and Holton Miller.
Mention the stats with Garoppolo and his propensity to pick up the sneaks. Of course, he was with New England, McDaniels, and Tom Brady, and Tom was as good as anyone, and Garoppolo's right around that level. But we're going to get a timeout taken here by the Raiders.
Probably trying to decide if they have to use a silent.
So the Raiders are going to take a timeout.
Towels being waved, as there always are when the Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road.
But we were talking about that coming into this week. As you're walking around Vegas, you see a lot of black and gold. See a lot of Steeler fans. So you got that sense.
Damn, that Troy Polamalu jersey is fire.
They have those teams with the big
Troy Polamalu was my favorite safety.
Come out here for the first time.
I really need to get that jersey. That jersey is fire. You see the black and gold on that?
Great restaurants, great entertainment, like Carrie Underwood.
They need to tell me where I can get that.
We can do a Sunday Night Football residency in Vegas. Just have every
that jersey is fire.
I'm in. Okay. See what they do here. 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Garoppolo. Play action. Going, throwing up the middle, on the right, Devontae, he's got him open, slides in, end zone, touchdown Raiders!
Wow, a dice roll in Vegas for 6.
As Mike Tirico said on the call, dice roll for 6 for the Las Vegas Raiders on Week 3 Sunday Night Football. Beautiful cross route right there by Devontae Adams. Peterson was out of position right there when Devontae fell backwards on that catch. Gets the feed in plant on 4th and inches, bro. And the Raiders lead 6-0. They strike first. Daniel Carlson for the extra point. Here's the snap. And the kick is good, just inside the uprights. All right, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Garoppolo with a touchdown pass from Jimmy G to DA, Devontae Adams. So right now, with 7:04 remaining in the first quarter, Steelers will take over on the kick. And it is 7-0 right now, Raiders over the Steelers on Sunday Night Football, man. Brandon Shutt says, for tomorrow's game, do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against Chiefs. No, they're not playing Kansas City tomorrow. They're playing the Eagles. The Chiefs played the Bears today. Brandon says, is there any games on Thursday? I'm sure there's a game on Thursday. He says you sent the picture of who you was talking about. Let's see. Oh, Tom Dempsey. Oh, I've heard of him. I've heard of him in I was watching him. Was it on it was on the NFL Network I was watching about him. Okay. Now I see. Thank you for letting me know that. Guys, if you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit that like button as you guys come in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Share the stream as well. Definitely appreciate you guys for taking the time to be here on the stream. Love and appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. Right now, Raiders lead 7-0 over the Steelers. If you're just tuning in, on a touchdown pass from from Jimmy G to Devontae Adams right now on the last play. As a matter of fact, I need to check the fantasy now. Brandon says, who are the commentators for the game, for this game tomorrow? Are you talking about for this game tonight or for the game tomorrow? If it's for tomorrow, it's supposed to be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman for the Eagles-Buccaneers game. This game, it's Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Devontae has scored a touchdown in 13 straight Sunday Night Football games, longest streak in Sunday Night Football history.
Touchdown in 13 straight games he's played on Sunday Night Football.
Tells you he loves to play here.
In the history of the series.
We got a kickoff.
Carlson kicks it. Let it go. He'll take over the 25. Well, if you know Western Pennsylvania, you know that there are a lot of hills. And it's been an uphill climb for the Steelers on the offensive side of the ball last couple of years. Not a game with 400-plus yards of total offense, fewest in the league. Take you up to the incline with a
one game with 300 passing yards.
Only
two games with 30 points last year.
The fewest grades if you ever get up to the top. Right now, it's the climb that's hard for these guys.
On 25, 3 plays, 9 yards punt. On 23, 3 plays, 4 yards punt.
The third straight week. Jalen Warren is the back.
Pickett throws, and it's incomplete. Marcus Peters, good coverage by Marcus Peters on the play, second down.
Nice job on the outside. Marcus Peters, who typically does not play up and bump and run coverage. He's usually back and off and wants
that was good coverage on Pickens, who's a good receiver, by the way.
The best player, George Pickens. And that's one of the problems that they've had.
Seeing Taylor Swift at the Chiefs game took me down memory lane when Tony Romo was having Jessica Simpson at Cowboys games. I would rather have Mike Tirico call NBA games than hearing Hubie Brown. Sounds boring. Well, I like Hubie Brown, but he's not what he used to be.
Not just on the Steelers, but on YouTube.
He's been really good.
If you give me Hubie Brown of the early 2000s, Hubie Brown, oh yeah,
like they did last week,
straight up awesome.
People miss and get up. Now here comes always the interesting part here for me. Watch Max Crosby, who will now.
So Warren, the backup running back, is come in.
And the amount of attention he gets.
3rd and 7 for the Steelers.
Usually over here where the 3 receivers are, but now they're going to have to make a shift to try and make up for that.
Motion to the left. Pickett. Backdrop. Going up the middle. Deep. And open. Austin. End zone. Straight. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. We got a flag, though. If it's near the line of scrimmage, it's probably going to be on the offense. What? Let's see. Did Pittsburgh tie this game? Pass, holding, defense. It's a touchdown. The result is a touchdown. Penalties decline, touchdown. 72-yard pass by Pickett to Calvin Austin, and the Steelers are within one.
They blitz the linebacker here, but watch the blitz pick up. Here's the key to the play. Jalen Warren, 5'8", comes up and stones.
What's your thoughts of the T.O. and Stephen A. Smith scuffle? 2 grown men that need to let it go.
That was nice.
Scoring drive, 3 plays, 75 yards, only took 52 seconds on this drive. Chris Boswell, extra point, and it is good. And we are tied at 7, just like that. In just 52 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, on 3 plays, Calvin Austin III scores on a 72-yard pass from Kenny Pickett. Runs a beautiful route, too, that left the middle wide open. And we're taking a commercial break with 6:12 remaining. We are tied at 7, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Beautiful pass up the middle of the field. Great catch by Austin. The defensive backs have poor coverage on that route. Pickett, beautiful footwork right there. Get himself to be able to place in motion to get that nice throw up the middle. Hopefully, it better not be all night, though. All right, so it looks like we're not going to commercial. 4 touchdowns scored of 20-plus yards. Fewest in the NFL since 2022. But they get it done in week 3 today. Usher is performing halftime at Super Bowl. Thoughts? I don't really care for it. I don't care. Not a big deal. And this will be a touchback as it goes behind the end zone.
Getting accustomed to Las Vegas, so we're rolling with Jimmy G here through the entertainment capital. He always has completed a high percentage.
67% of his passes, highest in NFL history. 8.3 yards per pass attempt, but he's a game-managing quarterback, though.
So you put him with the new guys rolling through Vegas, and Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. They're getting a winner. The guys won almost 7 out of every 10 games he started, so all the numbers.
Garoppolo, 4 for 4, 73 yards, 32-yard pass to Devontae Adams. Here come the Raiders. Play action. Oh, and T.J. Watt with the sack. So now it'll be 2nd and 19. That'll be 2nd and long.
I don't know what you do about this guy, but he has just
one of the best linebackers in the NFL.
He holds the record, at least tied with Michael Strahan for sacks. And the more cute things the teams try to do to block that guy, the more
future Hall of Famer right there, T.J. Watt.
He just does it game after game. It's amazing.
First sack of the season allowed by the Raiders.
We'd love for TJ to win a Super Bowl. 2nd and 18. Garoppolo back to throw, looking, throws up the middle, and wow, Jacoby Myers was able to catch it.
30-yard line instead of 35.
So a gain of 11 for Jacoby Myers. No, I'm sorry, a gain of 13.
The safeties were sitting right back there. DeMonte KZ was all over that. You're talking about 3 people right at the collision point, and
wow.
Myers
and Peterson almost got a hand on that ball. So now 3rd and short. Garoppolo throwing, lobs it, open. Oh!
As he was covered all the way out of the backfield. Ron Alexander picking up the back end of the coverage. Levi Wallace got it started, and the Raiders go 3 and out.
All right, so 3 and out for the Raiders, and they're off the punt.
On the other side, you have an equally talented pass rusher as well. Heck of a job that time by Colton Miller. And I understand why Jimmy Garoppolo threw that ball wide. That's one of those wheel routes, and I think he was just expecting it up the boundary, trying to keep him away from the safety.
Carson to send it away. Calvin Austin.
Here's the punt. Calvin Austin to return. And Calvin Austin trying to go and didn't go anywhere this time.
5 yards. He was trying to escape. Could not.
All right, so with 4:29 remaining here in the first quarter, we are tied at 7, ladies and gentlemen, between the Steelers and the Raiders here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ryan says, "Me too." Yeah, I don't really care for the Super Bowl performances anymore. Quite honestly, like when Rihanna performed last year, people were making such a big deal with the baby bump. I was like, it's not even serious. I was really bored with her performance. Like she lip sang the whole thing through. Rihanna really can't even sing anyway. It's like Rihanna gets more credit for her appearances than anything, and it's like she lip sings a lot of her performances. She can't sing. She's had a lot of historically great songs. I mean, she's very beautiful, very marketable and stuff like that. And I get it, but it's nothing really wows me, any really with that. So it's like Usher performing. It's like, it's. I care more about the game. I know there's people who could care less about the football game because they don't really watch football and stuff like that, and they would just rather watch. They would rather watch the halftime show because it's an artist that they follow. They could care less about the game. They're like, I don't know who's playing, who the players are, what are the calls and things like that, and whatever. But I'd rather focus on the game. And I always look every year that I watch the Super Bowl. It's just I always want to look forward to a really good Super Bowl. I just want to see a good game. I want to see a good game. Last year's game was good between the Chiefs and the Eagles last year in Super Bowl 57. I thought it was good. Ryan says, who has more pressure to win? KD, Kawhi, Steph, Embiid, or Giannis this year? Steph doesn't have the pressure to win because he already proved he could win a title without Kevin Durant. So he doesn't have that much pressure. Joel Embiid has pressure because, I mean, his tenure as a Philadelphia 76er has been a failure with the exception of the fact that he's been an all-star and an MVP. He has yet to go past the second round. I think they'll lay off of him a little bit if he can get at least to an Eastern Conference final or get as close to or even get to the NBA finals. If he can do that, they'll lay off of him a little bit because he's young. But here's TJ Watt, 82.5 sacks for his career. He's got 91 tackles for a loss in his career.
Thank you, sir, about 4 or 5 times and just kept high-fiving.
Kawhi Leonard's got pressure because he's delivered nothing for the Clippers except being known for blowing that 3-1 lead in the bubble. And unfortunately, in 2021, when the Clippers was supposed to be the Clippers' year, he tore his ACL. So he has pressure. And Kevin Durant, because he hasn't won without Steph, he has the most pressure because of how he won his chips with the Warriors. Here's Pickett. Quick throw. And it almost intercepted. Marcus Peters had a pick six in his hands. Kenny is so lucky. So lucky.
Marcus Peters is one of those guys that studies routes. He studies quarterbacks' eyes. He saw that
Framer move wasn't even paying attention.
He has some of the best hands for a defensive back in all of football.
32 interceptions in his career since 2015, 11 forced fumbles, most in the NFL. 11 forced fumbles, Passes deflected, 92. Najee Harris gets it and gets about 2.
I'll tell you what, I think the Raiders knew exactly what the Steelers were going to do there, so it was second down and long. But they stacked the box and blitzed everybody down, anticipating they were going to run the football there to try and set up a 3rd and 5, something like that.
3rd and 8 under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Warren, who threw the great block Chris showed you on the touchdown, he's back in there.
Steelers in shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Pickett throws, and it's complete to Pickens for the first down and more. Looks like about a gain of 16.
Where they really need something out of Jerry Tillery, don't they? They just don't have that other guy there to make the plays. And for Pickens,
Ryan says, I saw a recent video where Iggy on the podcast, he thought PG, other than KD, most talented player that has no flaws.
Coverage can make a quarterback. Jeez, look at the shot.
Nah, I want to go that far. PG's got mental flaws. And he turns the ball over a lot for somebody who supposedly has good handling. I don't like his shot selection. Pickett, they give it over to Harris. Harris is tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and that's a loss.
You want to get back to the football after that last one. Loss of a yard there.
I don't know if this one just surprised them or not. They had the 2 deep safeties, which probably said, all right, we're going to go ahead and run the football, but you're going to get Peters coming right down here in the middle, and he almost took the handoff on that one.
Yeah.
Sure felt good for him to hit somebody after he dropped that pick 6.
Second and 10 for the Steelers. Empty backfield. Pickett. Quick throw, right side. Allen Robinson, 3rd. Just Allen Robinson, excuse me.
3rd team in 3 years with the Rams in 2022. Starts third down at Jacksonville.
Max Crosby, gotta watch him. It'll be 3rd down for Pittsburgh.
This is a rare opportunity here. Anytime you see Max Crosby getting single blocked, it means that ball is going to come out just that fast. Otherwise, you do not.
3rd and 4 for Pittsburgh.
Steelers balance so far, 7 runs, 7 passes.
Good balance on offense. Pickett, 8th pass attempt. Pass play, and Pickett will get sacked.
Max Crosby waiting, and each of the big rush ends have come up with a sack here in the first quarter.
Good job by the defensive line, collapsing the pocket, forcing the sack.
Anticipating a quick throw because of the fact that he was getting single blocked. So, it's got to be a quick throw. He was sitting there almost looking at Pickett and anticipating when he was going to jump. And then he saw him begin to scramble, gets off, hustles, makes a play. That guy is relentless.
All right, Steelers to point.
Number 3 for Presley Harvin.
And DeAndre Carter is going to let it bounce, and damn. It looks like it's about the 13.
Was good on Monday night against Cleveland. Both of these teams, also a lot of similarities. We see these great edge rushers.
49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Looks like the Raiders are going to get the ball on their own 14 to start.
Look at their first couple of weeks. They both look like
first and 10. We are tied at 7.
Really
Rush attempts, 18 for Pittsburgh, 8 for the Raiders, 84 passing yards for the Steelers, 83 for the Raiders, 102 to 91 in total yards. 2 first downs for Pittsburgh, 3 for the Raiders. Garoppolo gives it over to Jacobs. Jacobs gets about 3 yards.
We mentioned Jacobs and the slow start. He was one of the running backs in the holdout conversation. Was he going to get paid?
I do see PG has a lot more of a slow-paced game, which he always tends to ISO a lot. He needs to be on a team that expands his game like KD on the Warriors. No huddle. Devontae gets the pass, about a gain of 6.
You know, the other part of this thing, too, is that Cameron Hayward is not on the defensive side. We watched the tape of the game between these two teams a year ago.
3rd and 1.
He was just destroying the interior of the Raiders' offensive line. And, of course, he's going to be out now probably at least half the season. But what a force. And he was a guy that on that side of the defense.
Cameron Hayward is good. I like Cameron Hayward.
All runs, and he did.
Into the quarter here in Las Vegas.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first quarter here in Allegiant Stadium. We are tied at 7 between the Steelers and the Raiders. As we head over to commercial break, we'll be back in the second quarter. Once again, hello, everybody. This is Louis Sports Network, bringing you Steelers and Raiders live right here on the channel. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. We got 9 people watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit the subscribe button as of yet. Make sure those notifications are turned on whenever you guys get a chance to see either my videos live or when I upload videos. And also make sure to share the stream and definitely comment in the comment section below for sure. Definitely appreciate you guys. All right. Shout out to everybody. Ryan says, I know they would say, of course, KD was better because he was playing with Steph and then which won the title, but take away the title and focus on the team style of play. He also says that KD expanded his game from just shooting the rock, which he was on OKC. I mean, KD really worked on his handle. You know, he was able to drive the basketball when he was able to find his spots. KD has been able to get to his sweet spot. So KD's really expanded his offensive game. KD has posted up more. KD utilizes the mid-range as well as anybody in basketball that utilizes the mid-range jumper. So, you know, KD's really evolved his game over the years, and he's had his most efficient seasons ever since he's been in his prime. You know, he's had a couple of 50% shooting seasons when he was with OKC, and that was in a very, very, very cluttered. That was in a very cluttered, poor spacing type of an offense that really had a lot of guys that couldn't even shoot on OKC. And then with the Warriors, he gets the spacing. He shoots career highs in field goals, and then he goes to Brooklyn, and then he's shooting career highs in field goal percentages again. I mean, he shot what? He had a 50-40-90 season, 56 from the field, 41 from 3, and I think it was 91 from the line. Just special. It's just that since Golden State, it hasn't translated to the postseason though.
Raiders 7, Steelers 7, quarter 2. Here at Allegiant Stadium, Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark down on the sideline.
Second quarter starting between the Steelers and Raiders. Raiders with the ball on 3rd and 1.
Just in desperate need of positive momentum in year 1 last year. It's all those big double-digit leads they had in the second half, and they blew them. That's why they ended up 6-11 and missing the playoffs. The fewest wins for the Raiders since back in 2018.
Here we go. 31, Garoppolo, quick pass. Davante Adams with another first down. Let's go.
29-yard line, a first down. They keep feeding Adams.
This guy's one of the best that's ever played at this little release move. Look at all the moves as he goes towards Minka Fitzpatrick right there, and it's just
one of the
so
best
hard.
safeties in the NFL
against the inside because you let him across your face, he might score a touchdown that way. Give him a little space, picks up a first down the other way.
Targeted on 7 of Garoppolo's 10 passes to begin the night.
Here's a run to Jacobs. Oh, Jacobs, man, bull run.
Good game there.
Puts his head down, able to get about 6-7 yards.
Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, Josh Jacobs told me that he worked out on his own at his high school in Tulsa, Oklahoma this offseason. So the conditioning's there, but that it is
Jacobs,
very
41% of the
hard to
team's total
simulate
rushes and
reactions, and that you can't
receptions.
simulate
It was the
getting
highest in
hit.
the
But
NFL.
still, he's even a little perplexed by it. He told me he went into the game last week against Buffalo feeling good. And he said -2 yards, that's embarrassing. And he told me tonight his focus is on his contact balance and trying to trust the offensive line.
They got a player in motion, toss. They give it to Jacobs. Jacobs passes the line of scrimmage just like it went out 3.
What do you think, Chris? You miss all that camp. You come back.
That'll be 3rd and short.
I don't think so because timing and one back is different than the other back. But when you look at that guy, you go, oh, I get why he led the league in rushing. Right. He looks like he weighs about 200 pounds from the waist down. Just big, thick, Saquon Barkley kind of looking running back, and he is very
3rd and 1 for the Raiders. Renfro in motion. Garoppolo rolls a little bit right, comes back up the middle, throws, and get him. Davante Adams with another first down for the Raiders.
Davante's almost at 100 yards, 17 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but
Davante Adams, I'm glad he's on my team.
Right here to this guy. Watch Jacobs come over, pick up
I'm
that
glad he's
slot
on my
blitz.
team.
Does it perfectly. Not only does he get the perfect block, he literally drives that slot all the way across.
That was a
the
really,
field
really
there.
nice throw by
Allow
Garoppolo
Jimmy
right
G
there.
to slide out of the pocket and get that big pickup.
Bro, he's got 97 yards on 7 catches. Just Davante Adams with a touchdown.
Trying to get on the same page with Garoppolo. Doing it here so far tonight.
Garoppolo going deep, and Jacoby Myers, and no. Man coverage. It's going to be on Minka Fitzpatrick on pass interference, probably.
Pass interference to take the Raiders down into the red zone.
They're going to call a pass interference on
That
Minka
was definitely
Fitzpatrick.
a think about it down there. There were 2 officials that were both in think about it mode. And
No.
the one that didn't think it was went out over the one that did think it was. Now, I would, as a former receiver, Jacoby Myers, I think he could have played that a little differently. I think it could have been a little more dramatic looking because he knew he couldn't get across the face of the defender, but I agree with the no call there.
There's DeAndre Carter.
Who was not a wide receiver, also agrees with the call. So it's not just the wide receivers looking after each other.
2nd and 10.
It's a 2nd down and 10 from the 47.
Garoppolo back to throw. Throws, and it's picked off. Levi Wallace picks it off. And 2nd turnover by the Raiders.
The 4th interception on the season thrown by Garoppolo.
That's the 4th pick.
Sitting right on top of him.
And the Steelers get the ball back. He threw it right up the middle. Oh, no. Meyer wasn't going to be able to catch that because he was behind. Just a heads-up athletic play by Le'Veon Wallace. And just like that, the Steelers get the ball back as we go on commercial break with 12:21 remaining in the first half. And as we got a Derek Jeter commercial, is that his wife? Yes, it is. Yep. Hannah, what is it? Hannah Jeter's her name? I think Jeter has 2 kids. Yep, he has 2 daughters. A Wagoner. That's a nice car. I'm looking at my phone and it's already giving me an update already to update to iOS. So there's going to be another update. So I wonder what this update is all about. It's telling me you couldn't play video. No, that's not going to happen. We're going to play video. Hit the like button, ladies and gents. Hit the like button. Ron says, what would the game be like if Bron had not left for Miami? Well, if Bron had not left for Miami, we probably wouldn't have seen all this player movement. Maybe some players might have moved, but I don't think it might have been to the level that LeBron had done with teaming up with players that were in their prime. That had never been done before.
Really did. Going to get the good little in and out route here, but the coverage really made the difference because Garoppolo in single blocking against TJ Watt was supposed to either throw it to his first look or throw it away. But you could tell right there by the way that Juan Alexander made that coverage. He pulled it back down, quickly looked back over the middle.
All right, Steelers take over.
Take over the 31.
Here's Pickett. Rolls left. Quick throw. It's complete. Fryer move. The tight end gets a first down.
63 balls last year, and that's only his third this year. But it's good for a first down.
Yeah, moving the pocket out just to try and help that protection a little bit. Here's Fryermuth, who really they just love to get him going. It seems that when he makes a couple of little catches here and there, it sets up some big shots down the field. But Pickett is so good on the move.
But this is why they need they should utilize Fryermuth more.
Starts going crazy off the edge to get him out of the
you got some good receivers on this Steelers team. Set him up more. Play action. And Austin tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They got there quick.
That was some play. Not only did he get there quickly, but he basically jumped between the two blockers. Watch his little move back to the inside to split these two blockers and come up with this big hit. He is something. He runs about a 4.4 something, too. He can run with anybody on the field.
So we got. Here we go. 2nd and 10. And they give it to Najee. Oh, nice spin move. And then he's trying to push his way. Tackled by 5 guys. And it looks like about a gain of 8.
As Marcus Epps, among others, was there to stop, but a good carry for Harris of about 8 yards, setting up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, one of the things, Mike, that I thought the Steelers
really impressive run by Harris, man. Really fighting for those yards.
Now they're getting back.
Nice spin move too to elude that tackle. Because that was going to be a hit right there near below on the lower part of the body. So nice move by Najee Harris.
Try and take on 2 big offensive linemen and tackle that. That's hard.
3rd and 1. All right, so the Steelers take a timeout since the play clock was going now. So that's going to be the first timeout for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Louis Sports Network live here at Allegiant Stadium. Steelers against Raiders in Las Vegas. We are tied at 7. Just about 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. Steelers just finished taking the timeout round. They right now they have the ball in their series, trying to score to put themselves ahead. The Raiders scored first on a 32-yard touchdown pass by Garoppolo to Devontae Adams as he slid backwards. He fell down backwards into the end zone for the touchdown. And then Kenny Pickett threw a 72-yard pass to to Calvin Austin up the middle for 72 to tie the score at 7. Here's 3rd and 1. And Pickett with the sneak gets himself a first down.
Across the 45-yard line.
Oh, I heard that his pitch was so awful. It bounced. And it was pretty bad. I didn't see it, but I heard it was pretty bad.
Somebody trying to pull somebody else off the pile.
Well, we got a flag on the play with 10:21. What is the call? It's going to roughness defense. It's a bad.
Crosby doesn't like it, but they've cleaned this rule up over the last few years, especially when you try to turn the guy into a Thanksgiving wishbone.
That wasn't smart by Crosby. Should have let that go.
He says it's like an out-of-body experience for him when he's on the field, right? I mean, he doesn't try to make any excuse. He messes around with everybody. Patrick Mahomes, we saw that on some TV shows this year. But that was a big mistake.
Pickett. So Warren gets himself about 7. So it'll be second down.
This is what I think about when I think about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Watch this double team block here. Because if the double team gets that kind of movement, it goes right back into the linebacker. You got Divine Diablo.
Well, you see, nice job by Warren on the double blocks by the offensive line. He was able to find that little crease and get himself a nice little run of 7 yards. 2nd and 4. Austin in motion. They give it to Warren again, but he's tackled for a loss.
They need some veterans to step up and play. On the inside, John Jenkins will get that one and bring up 3rd down.
John Jenkins been doing this for a long time, hasn't he? That is a big, big man. 34 years old, 11th year, 6'3", 327 pounds, 2.5 career sacks. He keeps playing because he can do that.
He just worked Mason Cole there.
36. Pickett looking, throw, and it's incomplete. No flag on the play. And it's going to be 4th and 6, and it looks like they're going to offer a field goal.
Field goal attempt coming up for Boswell.
Heck of a job by Mason Cole right inside. Here comes Crosby right over the center with a running start, and they just stoned him right there. That play really made by Nate Hobbs down the field. He really is one of their better players.
It's going to be a 43-yarder for Chris Boswell.
Here's Chris Boswell.
There he made at home against Cleveland's 2nd longest tenured kicker with one team in the league.
Here's the kick. It is good. And the Steelers are ahead 10-7.
So Pittsburgh 10, Las Vegas 7.
All right. So with 8:33 remaining here in the second quarter for the first half, it is a 10-7 Pittsburgh Steelers lead over the Raiders as we head off to commercial break. Sorry, y'all. I was just looking at my phone. My phone had just updated to the latest iOS. Shout out to Nono in the building, guys. If you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit the like and make sure to share the stream. Nono says, shout out to Earl Phillips in the building, man. What is up? What is going on, guys? Hit that like button and make sure to share the stream. He also says, shout out to Dak Prescott doing Dak Tony Romo type things. First of all, in the first game of the season against my Giants, in which we didn't score, it was really all about the defense. Dak really didn't do nothing spectacular. He didn't even get a touchdown pass. And he only threw for like 140-some yards. Last week against the Jets, he played great. And it was really the offense doing their thing. I think they won 30-10 over the Jets. So 70-10, they had outscored the 2 New York teams in back-to-back games. Then they play an Arizona team who lost both of their games, but they were close. And people were thinking that the Cardinals were going to be rebuilding this year, possibly tanking, but they've lost close games into which they could possibly have been 2-0, and then they beat the Cowboys 20, and the Cowboys only scored 16 points. I know Cowboys are missing some guys from the offensive line. I know that they're also missing Trayvon Diggs, who's out for the year. But even with that being said, and I know the Cardinals have played well defensively this year. They're 6th in takeaways, and they're 3rd in sacks. But I still thought that they would win this game, and they didn't. Earl Phillips says, my Colts surprised me beating the Ravens. I didn't think they were going to beat the Ravens. I heard that there was some controversial calls in that game late. Oh, so on Thursday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen, we got an NFC North matchup. The Detroit Lions going up against the Green Bay Packers at where? At the historic Lambeau Field. So we got a big Saturday night. Let's get some more people in here. Steeler Nation, Raider Nation, where y'all at? Stand up, man. Smash a like, hit that subscribe.
Some NFL alums they've turned out. Guys like Ronnie Stanley, DeMarco Murray, and David Hum.
All right, Steelers to kick.
Might remember from back
DeAndre Carter getting ready to receive.
They're some kind of powerhouse.
No says the Cowboys to me are the Cowboys. They are always going to be mediocre until they prove otherwise. I'm a pessimistic Cowboys fan. Hey, man, you told the truth. Ain't trying to hate on them, but the problem is
exactly where the hole's going to be. Understands there, right over the top. Make a Fitzpatrick, but then you try and play a man-to-man.
I got the Lions that day to win. I got the Lions over the Packers too. Devontae Adams against man coverage, 47 yards in this game.
97 yards.
They give it to Jacobs. And met in the backfield and going nowhere.
What's been a reworked linebacking core for the Steelers there for the loss of a yard.
I've been saying this. It's like people don't listen to me.
Out of the linebacker group, and they got one right there.
Double J is the problem for the Cowboys.
Come in and make
He's the biggest
like
problem.
It's an interesting combination now. They got 3 new linebackers. Holcomb is kind of the do everything. Landon Roberts.
Good job by the interior of the Steelers right there on their front. 4-man rush. Garoppolo looking left. And he's going for Devontae in double coverage, but it's batted away incomplete in the 3rd and 11.
Levi Wallace in coverage. Devontae and Mike Tomlin there. A little conversation. There's respect to going both ways there.
Yeah, it really is. And you can see that Jimmy Garoppolo, anytime you get a receiver this hot, sometimes you just want to give him opportunities, right? And Devontae was definitely calling for the ball, got it there. The problem is in that particular
that was tough, though.
You also are going to take a big shot from the free safety. So if your quarterback is staring just that way, it's a problem. And now 3rd and long.
I doubt Garoppolo goes to Adams on this 3rd down and 11. I doubt it.
Off one edge, TJ Watt off the other edge. They know you're throwing, you know they're coming.
What do we have? A flag, delay a game. So now it's going to be 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16 now, 3rd and long.
That almost takes you out of a play.
Yeah.
3rd and 10, 11. All right, you got a bunch of stuff for that. 3rd and 16, you got to go, all right, let me throw a screen pass. Let me throw something. I'm not letting one of those 2 guys pile up another sack here. No way.
See the Steelers backing up a couple
Empty backfield. Garoppolo going complete. Urangula makes a catch. And it'll be a point.
They are an intimidating group up there, aren't they, with that pass rush and everything that they can do. Highsmith has really helped T.J. Watt so much since he came back. Of course, last year was T.J. Watt who was injured, missed a lot of games, and Highsmith was the one that
really
came
stepped
in
up
and had the unbelievable year, 14 and a half sacks.
Absolutely.
And then when Watt came back, teams didn't know who to block.
And then when they get Cameron Hayward back, that Steelers defense is going to be. Here's the point. And fair catch. Called by Austin. All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. 7:34 remaining in the first half. Max Crosby making the plays for the Raiders. T.J. Watt making the plays for the Steelers. It is 10-7 Pittsburgh. Man, it's a nice looking flight attendant. Not gonna lie. Damn, that girl is cute right there. Love the long curly hair. Actually, I'm sorry. I said 7:34 remaining in the first half. No, it is 7:04. 7 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Wait a minute. That's Lily, the girl from freaking AT&T, the commercials. But it's funny that they made her look like a you-know-what. And now they're trying to make it all look normalized now in a freaking airplane commercial just to sell for the iPhone. What is it? The iPhone 15 Pro. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, ladies and gents. Okay, No says, yeah, Ryan, last year I watched the Cowboys-Niners playoff game with my oldest son. I looked at him and realized I haven't seen the Cowboys do anything since I was his age, and he has never seen it. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. With all due respect to Cowboys fans, and there's a lot of delusional ones out there that have constantly said, this is our year, this is our year, this is our year, this is our year, this is our year. And I said, I have not seen anything from them in the postseason that tells me, all I've heard is they always have Super Bowl talent. They got Super Bowl talent. They got Super Bowl talent. Oh, the Cowboys are going to go all the way. They're going to go all the way. And yet they always find a way to disappoint you in the playoffs, especially in close games. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow's schedule: Eagles and Buccaneers on ABC, Rams and Bengals on ESPN. Thursday night football, we got the Lions and the Packers on Amazon Prime Time. That is for this week's schedule. The two games that are on Monday night are for week 3, and Lions and Packers begin week 4, ladies and gentlemen. So just letting you know. And No says he is Team Samsung all day. Much respect. I mean, I had Samsung, so I would know. The only reason that I left Samsung was only because the car that I have has Apple CarPlay. I gotta upgrade the navigation screen and all that to be able to do Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. But that was why I ditched it for the iPhone. It was really only for that reason, because I love Android more than I really love iPhone. I've gotten used to the iPhone, but I've gotten at least the best of both worlds, but I love Android.
From the 23,
I just wish they would update more often like iPhone does. Pickett, beautiful throw. What a play by Pickett. Gets himself a catch. Beautiful play. Pickens needs some touchdowns too. That's what I noticed. Guys, continue to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button.
Crosby is going to be hustling like crazy. Let me go get Najee on that side. That's the way you slow him down. You don't always have to block him. And that was some play that time by Pickens, because if he drops his heels down on that boundary, that's incomplete.
1st and 10. Here we go. Pickett gives it over to Najee Harris and gets tackled for a loss.
Limited there as Merritt got in there to make the stop.
2nd down.
Really is kind of interesting, isn't it, that you could go from having the leading rusher in the National Football League in the Raiders, and you look at that offensive line, and it's effectively kind of the same thing, and you're running the same things.
Najee Harris, 183 yards.
And for whatever reason, it's just...
What did it say there? I didn't even get to read it. Unexpected or something like that. 5:56, 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. Completes it to Pickett. Oh, he drops it. He had the first down, but he dropped it.
If you look at the rookie class, that's the guy who has splashed. 4th rounder out of Maryland.
He really is. And Mike, one of the things that I really like about him is he's so fast that he just
Wait, was it a deflection?
Run against the best receivers in the game, because he knows they can't run past him. He doesn't care how fast.
Actually, no.
He gets right up in their face.
Got to give Bennett a lot of credit. He batted the ball as Pickens caught it. So, heck of a defensive play. He's pretty fast, too. 3rd and 10. Pickett in the shotgun. Pickett back to throw. Pickett. And is there a flag? Yep, there's going to be a flag. And it's going to go on Bennett. It's going to be pass interference.
Little coaching right on top of it. He was in perfect
Coach
position.
knew it, too.
There was absolutely no reason to grab. And, boy, what a killer penalty on 3rd and 10.
Pass interference. Defense, number 0.
From foul, automatic first down. Didn't need to do it.
Didn't need it.
Didn't need to do it. You didn't need to do it.
I'd like to see them just race those two guys.
That'd be good.
Those are two guys in the 4-3 neighborhood. Great speed, Austin and Ja'Cory Bennett. Bennett wearing 0, that number now eligible for guys to wear. Of course, you think of number 0.
Ja'Cory and Bennett.
Raider history, the best 00 of all time, Jim Otto, Hall of Fame center.
No doubt. Got to say hi to him before the game. What a great one.
Pickett gives it to Warren. Warren gets himself a first down. Nice run.
37-yard line before Nate Hobbs brings him down, but a good run there of 11 yards.
They're coming right back to it. It's this backside inside zone run, but watch the double team right there, right up into the linebacker.
That was great running by Warren.
Chance, and now trying to get a little accelerated pace out of Pittsburgh.
Pickett, quick throw. Complete. Allen Robinson catches it. Looked like about a gain of 3 or 4.
Better be careful with Marcus Peters. He dropped one over there, but he is lurking, and very rarely is he ever looking at the receiver. Typically, he is looking at the quarterback. He is reading the drop of that quarterback, and when you throw from the far side of the field all the way out to where he is, usually he knows before you threw it that you're going to throw it.
Injuries have slowed him down a little bit, but still plays at a good level on that.
2nd and 6. They give it to Harris on the handoff. And gets himself about 2, maybe 3.
Are doing that. Jenkins for the 3rd time.
And it'll be 3rd
Comes
down.
up with a stop that sets up 3rd down inside of 5 minutes in the 2nd quarter.
Steelers are starting to control time of possession now with being able to run the football. But a couple of penalties have hurt the Raiders.
Always the most interesting of calls. The one guy that has been so reliable in the last few games.
They almost forced the Steelers to punt, but what happened was
you almost wonder whether or not
that
they
damn
might
penalty.
send Divine Diablo number 5 in a rush to try and make him block.
3rd and 4. Pickett back to throw. Escapes the pressure. He runs and gets away. A first down and more. Pickett, he's running. Gets to the outside, near the end zone, inside the 5. Well, let's see if the flag is going to be on Pittsburgh, though. If it's on the Raiders, it's going to be 1st and goal. It might be on the Raiders. Let's see. Or is it going to be on Pittsburgh? Let's find out. Heck of a run by Pickett. Offense. Oh, so it's negated.
Penalty on Pickens negates a 27-yard run.
Damn.
Pickett's on the outside. Looked like he was trying to buckle up his chin strap here and just kind of casually was moving around and was moving at the snap of the ball. It's a big mistake.
That hurts. Third and 9.
Sets up 3rd and 9.
Pickett. Back. Looking. Spins off the tackle. Pickett's going to run. He's got open, and he takes it out of bounds for a first down. Good job by Kenny Pickett. Keeping the drive alive. And Kuntz is hurt.
Behind the plate is injured for Las Vegas. And they can ill afford to lose another edge rusher.
So Kuntz is hurt. 3:23 remaining. Kenny Pickett is able to escape the pressure and is able to get a first down.
In this game, when they got into man coverage situations,
man coverage, Pickett steps up, spins off.
Back out of there, and because everybody's chasing a receiver down the field,
Pickett actually could have went inside there. He didn't even have to really go outside.
It's almost unbelievable
to stop the
what's
clock.
been happening to these edge rushers here for the Raiders. And Malcolm Kuntz was the next guy up. They are going to be down to their 5th.
Looks like he's running. He's okay.
Encouraging to see him get up and jog off without any help from the athletic training staff.
Malcolm Kuntz, 25 games, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss.
In the league, Tyree Wilson is their first-round pick.
Hopefully Kuntz is okay. Looks like he is okay. It's the fact that he was able to run off.
Was dealing with an illness this week. Didn't practice for a couple of days. We'll give you the details when we get a moment, but they remain without Chandler Jones, their veteran, who is the bookend to Max Crosby, creating edge rush.
1st and 10, Najee in the backfield, and the Raiders read the play. Marcus Peters once again lost.
They do this a lot, right? With the bunch formation Pittsburgh does over on the right-hand side. And every time they send that guy in motion, Peters comes in, and that's the second play that he's made in the backfield against the Steelers.
Peters read the play. He was reading Najee Harris the whole way.
I love the shot of Mike Tomlin just looking up the screen, shaking his head. Just can't believe they have had this happen a couple of times. Great news for the Raiders. Malcolm Kuntz is back in the game after the loss of 4.
Peckett, empty backfield, tries to escape, throws it away. Raiders bringing in the heat. And it'll be 3rd and 14.
That is called an Ole right there. Watch Crosby come up, and Pickett is going to do something here to throw the ball. Watch this. He's going to think he can get there. Crosby gets there first. He jumps back to the right. Says, I'm going to get rid of it. But 3rd down here, obviously in scoring position right now. So no
2:22 remaining in the first half, 3rd and 14. Right now, Pittsburgh leads 10-7. Raiders defense trying to get the crowd into it. Let's see what they come up with. 4-man rush. And they give it a Warren to run. And looks like he got about 7 or 8 yards.
With the Eagles last year, for the first 4 years of his career, makes the stop and a field goal attempt coming up.
So we got a field goal for the Steelers. All right, so we are at the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4th and 7. Pittsburgh with the ball. They are going to be kicking it for attempting to extend the lead to 6 on the field goal. We're going to take a commercial break. 10-7 Pittsburgh over the Raiders right now here on the Louis Sports Network. So far, it's been a low-scoring first half. Both teams have had opportunities. Both teams blew their coverages in terms of allowing the touchdowns, but even after that, defensively, both teams have done well. Really stopping the offense from really trying to get anything going and trying to put points up on the board. So it's been a real defensive battle. Each team scored a touchdown on the other. So that's pretty much our first half as of right now. Once again, if you have not hit that like button, make sure to hit that like button. And wait a minute. Is that Amari Cooper? No, that's Hollins. Oh, wait, that's Atlanta. My bad. I'm like, why am I looking at those jerseys like if it was the Cleveland Browns? But I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute. Cleveland doesn't have red helmets. Like, what am I saying? Their helmets are orange. Anyway. Jennifer Garner only looking like the true mom out here. Looking like the true MILF. Yo, the way those wings dipped into that sauce, I thought it was chocolate for a second. I'm like, Louis, you fool. I'm like, who has chocolate wings, bro? Oh, they're Arby's. I mean, you already know the motto of Arby's. We have the meats. Who's this lady? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. I mean, ask yourself the question. I still can't believe, man, beautiful Vegas, man. I got to go back to Vegas. I mean, the 2 times I went to Vegas, I had such a wonderful time. I need to go back. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up at the first half, Cowboys get upset by the Cardinals.
Something about the NFL.
But at the same time, you kind of don't consider it an upset just with.
But all of a sudden, that Miami offense, we got to see it last week, kick to an even higher gear.
Here's Chris Boswell, 43-yard field goal. One of them made. We got the second one coming up from 42 yards.
Chris Boswell on for his second field goal of the night.
Here's the snap. Here's the place, and the kick is good.
Right into the middle.
Right, starts right, goes into the middle. Pittsburgh up 13-7. And now Garoppolo will get the ball.
Get some points on the board, Chris.
There's Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's had a lot of coaching advice over the years. Of course, played with Tom Brady, and one of the things that he does is he sort of taps the ball when he's throwing it, and he always sort of felt like people had told him, don't do that, you're not supposed to do it. Then he started playing with this guy. He said, wait a minute, he's tapping the ball, so I'm going to tap the ball. And get it out of there. It's just a timing issue. He said it just kind of relaxes him, makes him feel more comfortable. And he really is. He's a quick release.
New England Patriots quarterback, 2014 to 2016, second round selection, 62nd overall in the 2014 NFL draft.
Talking to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and everybody says, Jimmy's this or he's that. And he goes, all I know is every time we turn around, he's got another W on the board. We have paid a lot of attention. I think he's much better as a control passer than the deep passer. But that really has been his game.
San Francisco Super Bowl
His kick.
before they lost to Kansas City. Here's Melissa.
Mike, I talked to two of Jimmy's brothers, Mike and Billy, who are also his managers, and they said initially they'd only thought of Vegas as a quick weekend trip to the Strip. But then
156 remaining here in the first half, 13-7.
Collar and hardworking, just like their family. And that the best part of being in Vegas,
Yeah, his brother's in good shape.
the pizza. It's so much better than it was in San Francisco. They are Italian, Mike and Chris, so I guess we'll have to try some after the game.
I don't know if I'm getting Drew Esikoff, our director, the best part of Vegas. I don't think that's happening.
All right, here come the Raiders. 156. They give it to Jacobs. Jacobs gets himself about 5.
About 5 yards. Jacobs just 8 carries,
Second and 5.
22 yards. So still unable to unlock Jacobs in the run game.
They're going to try, but this is time for Jimmy Garoppolo now.
So they're going quick. Empty backfield. Garoppolo, quick throw. Jacoby Myers, and complete.
To the 42-yard line. First down, Raiders. 90 seconds till halftime.
First down.
Not called the name Hunter Renfrow yet. It's been a quiet year. Just one catch.
Yeah, how come he hasn't passed a Hunter Renfrow yet?
Such a good slot receiver.
Here we go. First and 10. Garoppolo looking. Throws it, complete to Jacobs.
48-yard line. 108 pair of timeouts for the Raiders.
One of the big advantages, obviously, when you start picking
Oh, yeah,
up
because the Raiders called a timeout in the first quarter.
A little quicker.
Second and 4. Garoppolo, 3-step drop, going left. Was looking for Devontae, but overthrew it, and it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 4.
Wallace, the underneath coverage. And all of a sudden it's 3rd and 4.
Jermaine Illuminor over here got a one-on-one that time and held up. He is a very popular player. He's got multiple nicknames, and he's one of those guys
I really hope
likes to pick on a little bit.
Devontae could get himself a second touchdown, because then my numbers will really look good for this one.
Well.
Number 11 just came in the game for the Raiders. Rookie out of Cincinnati, Trey Tucker. He's been described to us as fast. He's the middle of the 3 receivers at the top.
3rd and 4. Garoppolo, back to throw. And he's going to get sacked. Oh, and it looks like he's hurt. I think he's hurt.
He was being held underneath, bent back like a pretzel.
Oh, my God. He's hurt.
Slow to get up.
Yeah, he's coming out the game.
Injuries over the years have shortened seasons for Garoppolo. This was tough.
Yeah, no chance that time for Illuminor on this one. Watt goes right around him, a little slow getting out of his stance there. But watch what happens to Garoppolo. He kind of just gets stuck, gets that left leg
bent,
and then trapped. And Watt can't move, and he can't move, and everybody wants a sack.
Chris, we also need to watch if he was down when that ball came out, or if the whistle blew there. The knee is down.
That looked like that could be a grade A. That could be an ankle sprain.
The whistle also might have blown in that situation.
I got to believe that somebody blew a whistle when he was that vulnerable. They usually are taking care of the quarterbacks.
Should be, yep. Go back to the term in the grass that we haven't used for a long time, but that would be the definition.
All right, so we got a punt.
There, so
Raiders to punt.
They will punt it away. Raiders picked up a first down in that 2-minute drive, but then stalled quickly.
All right, here's the punt.
J. Cole. Go all the way.
And all the way.
And then it's 40.
25.
Steelers get it at 20, and we're back in 30 after this from AWS.
Never mind. Steelers will get it on their own 20. It's only when the ball goes back into the end zone is when it'll be on their own 25. But if it hits, if it hits on the end zone right there, it'll be on the 20. Well, at least Garoppolo didn't have to go to the locker room, so he's walking a little bit, just probably trying to test it out. Hopefully he's okay. You don't want to see a guy get hurt. He's been known to have his injury woes in his career. It looks like he's going to the locker room, I think.
Commercial, and you can see he's not very comfortable. They're going to walk him back. He's going to jog back to the locker room to get looked at after just getting caught up in a bunch of bodies there.
Pickett, fake the throw, hands it over to Najee Harris, gets himself about 6.
With a hit on Najee Harris as he runs it out to the 26-yard line with just 25 seconds left.
There's so many teams here that would get into a hurry-up offense, right? Pittsburgh Steelers know exactly what they have on the defensive side. They saw it in action. The defense won the game against Cleveland a week ago. What Mike Tomlin does not want to do is do anything that gives the Raiders some cheap points here at the end of the half. Is he happy 13-7?
Right, he's going to take it.
Even though they don't get the ball to start the third quarter. A whole bunch of other teams would have gotten aggressive, but they know who they are. You hit it just right. 13-7 at the break, and we'll check on Garoppolo and his injury when we come back. But first, down to Melissa on the sideline.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. Mike, you've held this Raiders offense to 1 touchdown. What have you seen from your defense so far in this first half?
Doing a good job versus the run. They stay in balance and stay on schedule. They're a tough outfit to deal with. We got a lot of dangerous eligibles. I think the main thing is we're doing a good job controlling the rundowns.
And what about offensively? How do you keep the ball moving with Kenny Pickett in this offense?
It's possession down football for us. When we're functioning in possession down football, we got a chance to do what we're doing, and so that's where our focus is.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
You keep a touchdown pass, the difference to 2 Pittsburgh field goals. Time for the Toyota halftime. Back to the
All right, so you're the halftime studio right now here on the Louis Sports Network. 13-7, Pittsburgh Steelers are winning over the Las Vegas Raiders. And then you see Devin McCoughtry is over here, and I remember Devin McCoughtry, a defensive back. Jason Garrett, a yes man for Jerry Jones and Double J. Didn't do squat as the quarter. He didn't do squat as the OC for us. Anyway. Maria Taylor, I want to give a shout out to Maria Taylor. Listen, despite the indifferences that I've had with her and some of the women when it comes to the sports stuff and the narratives, I will say this. I want to wish her congratulations on about to have a baby boy, and he's due in January. So congratulations to Maria and her husband. I know that she's been through a lot when it comes to trying to have a child. And after everything that she's been through, I'm happy for her that she's going to get a chance to be a mother. So I'm happy for her. So congratulations once again. And she is going to have a baby boy. So much respect to Maria Taylor. So now we are at the first half, ladies and gentlemen. 13-7 Pittsburgh over the Raiders. We are going to look at the first half stats right now in just a second. Let me just click on my player in Devontae Adams, who has 22 fantasy points at the half. I want to get that to like about 36. If we could get to like about 30 plus, man, I'm in great shape with Baker Mayfield going tomorrow night against the Eagles. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Kenny Pickett, 7-14, has only completed 50% of his passes, 122 yards with a touchdown pass, and that was to Calvin Austin. 72 yards. Garoppolo, 12 of 18, 155 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and that interception was to Le'Veon Wallace. Najee Harris, 10 carries, 28 yards. Josh Jacobs, 8 carries, 22 yards. Calvin Austin, the third, 2 receptions, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Adams, 7 catches, 97 yards, 1 touchdown for the Raiders. No turnovers for the Steelers, 1 turnover for the Raiders. The fumble got taken away because Josh Jacobs was not down on contact, so it did not count. Jaylen Warren has got 5 carries on 25 yards. George Pickens, 2 catches, 26 yards. Pat Freiermuth, 1 catch for 14 yards, 1 reception. That is all Steelers. With the Raiders, 22 yards on the ground. 119 yards of total offense and total yards. Jacoby Myers, 3 catches, 39 yards. Amir Abdullah, 1 catch, 13 yards. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, didn't mean to yawn like that. The crazy part is I'm not even really that tired, but all right, so let's look at the scoreboard. We're going to look at some scores in the first half. 13-7 is our game. I heard the running back for the Dolphins went off in this game. Was it Raheem Mostert, former 49er? Oh, wow, what a fake by Tua. He's starting to prove people wrong, man. If he can stay healthy and play, I know he's got the weapons, but still. People said Tua was not fit to,
It's tired of losing now. I've been here for 7 years, and all I've done is lost. And it's frustrating.
Bears and Chiefs. Here's Patrick Mahomes back to throw. It's complete to. Oh, he got hit and twisted his ankle. You can't lose him. He's that special. Mahomes, lob throw, Kelsey, end zone, touchdown. There's Kelsey's mom. No, it's not that important. Wow. No flag call on the play. Colts Ravens. And the Ravens lose a tough one. Their first loss of the season, and then upset alert going down. Cardinals taking on the Cowboys and Dallas. Dak Prescott. Oh, he got picked.
Only scored one touchdown, 3 offensive linemen out. It hurt them. They couldn't run the ball, and they got in close.
Yeah, first win for Jonathan Gannon. And, Dak Prescott said that it was all about the red zone. Your takeaway from the game was what? What did the Dallas Cowboys need to do better?
That was big. They had to drive the ball. They did not make a lot of explosive plays. When you get down there, you got to cash in. They kicked too many field goals. But give the Cardinals credit here. They had a good plan neutralizing the Dallas defense.
That's when it was good to have Ezekiel Elliott, the big bruising back. You can hand the ball off to. They don't have that anymore.
I mean, he also would have been good for their third down situations too. Not having Zeke there does hurt him a little bit. Not crazy enough, but
checked out. I'm told he has probably avoided disaster, but we will know more about that injury tomorrow. We saw the Patrick Mahomes injury scare. He is fine, not fine with the Jets. They're standing pat with Zach Wilson because they have no other options. They're just going to hope that their defense can carry the day for them moving forward.
All right, thanks, Mike. A couple of upsets today. Surely there will be some.
Yeah, it was a lot of upsets.
Power rankings presented by Toyota. You can see those Wednesday morning at 7 Eastern on Peacock. Coming up, Chris Sims will look at some of the QBs who shined in Week 3. But first, a family uses the first ever Toyota Grand Highlander's available hybrid max.
Ooh, I look at a fish.
A fish? That's actually fast. Stop taking pictures.
Once again at the half, 13-7 Pittsburgh over the Raiders. Let's look at some out-of-town scores right now. All right, so as y'all know, Indy beats Baltimore 22-19. Controversial call in the fourth quarter. Don't get a call on Lamar Jackson's last throw. And the Colts win it on a field goal, win 22-19. Packers beat the Saints at home just by 1, 18-17 in a nail-biter, low-scoring game. Excuse me there. Saints now go to 2-1. Browns kill the Titans 27-3. Titans only scored 3 points, and I bet Derrick Henry wasn't even probably that effective, especially if he only scored 3 points. Lions beat the Falcons 20-6. As we mentioned, Dolphins put up 70 points on the Broncos, man. And damn, the Broncos suck, man. It's crazy how much they suck right now. Your defense gave up 70 points. I could imagine what the offense was like. Yeah, you can see Maria Taylor is real calm these days now that she's having a baby now. I think she was on her Instagram post talking about how frustrated she was. Wait, didn't the Chargers lose? No. The Vikings lost. Okay, Deshaun Watson, yeah, he looked good against the Titans for sure. I mean, Deshaun got the deep ball. I mean, he does have a cannon. Yeah, you can see Maria's holding that baby bump. So they just took commercial break. It is halftime. Let's continue to look at the scoreboard. Like I mentioned about the Chargers and the Vikings. Vikings lose at home, 28-24 to the Chargers. So the Chargers win on the road. Patriots beat the Jets 15-10. Bills with a commanding, no pun intended, unfortunately, to the Commanders, a commanding 37-3 win. Josh Allen found a way to still throw a pick. I was like, 37-3 game. I was like, damn, I guess you're not perfect, man. But I would think that with the fact that the Commanders scored 3 points, you'd be able to take care of the ball and still throw another pick. Texans win 37-17 over the Jaguars. I said 34-17 earlier in the live stream, but no, it's 37-17. Texans beat the Jaguars by 20. That was a little bit surprising. Panthers lose to the Seahawks 37-27. I mentioned the Colts beating the Ravens 22-19 in overtime. Chiefs blow out the Bears. The Bears, they got issues of their own. They're 0-3 right now to start the year. Let me see. Cowboys and Cardinals. Cardinals win 28-16 over the Cowboys, and people don't really think it's an upset just because of who the Cowboys are. But I said that it's a bit of an upset just with how the Cowboys have kind of been the talk of the NFL for the first 2 weeks. And despite the injuries they have, people thought that Arizona was supposed to be a rebuilding team, and they've come out and they've played well defensively. They've been in 2 close games that they felt that they could have won, and they come out and they beat the Cowboys and hold them to 16 points. And this is a team that came into the game averaging 35 points a game. They put 40 on the Giants and then 30 on the Jets. So they win. And then the Thursday night game between the Giants and the 49ers win 30-12 in an embarrassing effort by my Giants. Monday Night Football, Eagles and Buccaneers at 7:15 on ABC. Rams and Bengals, that will be called by Joe Buck and Troy Aikman at Paul Brown Stadium. Raymond James Stadium for the Buccaneers. So the Eagles are on the road. Bengals, Paul Brown Stadium. 8:15 start time between the Rams and the Bengals. Who does the ABC one? I don't even know. I might want to check who the broadcasters are for that game. And then obviously Thursday Night Football. So we got 2 London games. October 8th, we got the Jaguars and the Bills. And then on the 15th, I didn't see who the Ravens are going to play. I would have to just look at weeks. That looks like week 6. Let me just click on week 6. It's going to be the Ravens and the Titans on October 15th. That's week 6. Week 5 is the Bills and the Jaguars. That's a 9:30 a.m. start. Oh, shoot. Cowboys and Chargers, Monday Night Football. Okay. Let's go to week 5. Is there any back-to-back games on Monday? Nope. Packers and Raiders on Monday. Raiders are home. And we're going to start the third quarter.
Another long touchdown reception.
11th touchdown catch of 25 yards or more for the Raiders. Fourth Steeler QB with 70-yard pass touchdown in consecutive games for Kenny Pickett. As we get started, we're getting started in the third quarter.
Impacting it, TJ Watt, 2 sacks, Max Crosby 1, and 4 hurries. And you see Watt 6 sacks, first 3 games of a season. Man are now home. It's a Steeler all-time record. Nighttime settling in here at the south end of the strip in Vegas. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth. We'll hear from Melissa Stark in a moment. Chris Boswell set to kick it to DeAndre Carter.
Start of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 13-7. Raiders will get the ball to start on their own 25.
A moment ago with Josh McDaniels.
Josh, we saw Jimmy Garoppolo limp off the field at the end of the half. What's his status?
He's good to go. He'll be out there. He's ready to go.
How do you get this run game going in the second half?
Yeah, look, we're making it harder on ourselves than we need to be. We just got to get a body on a body, get our guys started through the line of scrimmage, and he'll make some yards here. I think we can do that here in the second half.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Josh Jacobs, 8 carries.
Let's see if he gets it done, though.
Keep a close eye on Garoppolo here as the second half starts. Caught in a sandwich of Steeler defenders to end the first half. Hit by Highsmith as he throws.
Oh, overthrows Jacoby Myers.
Intended for Jacoby Myers, and Garoppolo gets back up.
I don't know what happened to Colton Miller on this play. He was just late getting out of his stance, and Highsmith just blew right by him.
Oh, wow.
That is not exactly how Jimmy G wanted to start this half, because relatively Highsmith had not been making a lot of noise to that point.
That's just a poor job by the lineman, not picking him up.
Early, want to make sure he's okay, and that happens on the first play. Yeah, watch it.
Second and 10.
25. Jacobs picked up the pressure.
Garoppolo going. Did he get it? No. That's going to probably be a personal foul of pass interference. Was it intercepted?
Watching Adams as the hit was coming across the middle in a dangerous spot in coverage. The officials threw the flags. Let's sort everything out here. There's no foul for unnecessary roughness.
No. So that's a 3.
70s football here. This was a huge shot, and when that ball, that's a perfect hit. That is
that was clean. That was clean. That was clean.
That was a ball for Jimmy Garoppolo. You can't do that to your best player. I mean, it's one thing to kind of stop him in the hole, but he extended and led Devontae Adams across the field. He's lucky that's all he got.
I can't believe Adams is back out there lining up for third down.
3rd and 10. Oh, they said 4th down, but it was 3rd.
Holcomb, the linebacker, with the hit in the middle. 3rd and 10.
Here comes Myers, moves inside the slot. Garoppolo, quick throw.
First catch of the night, and then driven back 4 shy of the first down. The Raiders come out of the locker room and go 3.
So quick 3 and out for the Raiders.
Let's go back to that Devontae Adams route. You're going to see at the top end of this, Devontae is going to want to sort of settle into this hole right there, but the pass really leads him across the field and takes him off his feet. At that time, you're completely exposed, but give him credit. He didn't flinch at all.
Here's Calvin Austin on the return.
Calvin Austin back. A.J. Cole will kick it again.
Here's the punt by A.J. Cole.
Punt number 5 on the night. It's a beauty. Austin's chasing. Won't get there. It's perfectly placed. Take over inside the 10.
All right, let's take a look at why
inside the 10
is different for the Pittsburgh Steelers offensively. They're getting back to these double team blocks, and when they get those going and get up to that next level of linebacker,
they can really move the ball.
This isn't zone, this isn't finesse, this isn't any of that stuff we saw last week. Let's go get 2 big guys on one of their guys, push them right back into the linebacker, and start running the football like the Pittsburgh Steelers run the football.
Kenny, 16 dropbacks, 1 sack, 3 hits, 4 hurries.
Steeler team that we mentioned at the beginning was slow to get going on the ground, averaging only 48 yards per game in the first 2. Better in the first half, 65 total rushing yards.
Pittsburgh started from their own 9. 1st and 10.
They came on a Pickett scramble.
Pickett rolls right, escapes the pressure, throws, and it's complete. Allen Robinson completes it for a gain of 9 or 8.
But a nice gain on first down.
I tell you, it's been Kenny Pickett's legs tonight that has really made a difference. But Allen Robinson, who's been playing in the slot, he's one of the biggest slots you'll ever see. But on the tail end of that thing, he took off like he was going to go deep against Marcus Peters, hit the brakes, came back, and gave his guy a chance to complete the ball down the field. I'll tell you, this
188 yards of total offense of the Steelers, 65 rush yards, 123 on the pass. Pickett, 2nd and 2, gives it to Harris, gets the first down.
Get the first down across the 20-yard line to the 21. 9 Najee now has 11 carries for only 32 yards.
I mean, they are in there digging them out now and trying to get those blocks and the double teams, and just watch it. This is kind of fun to watch if you're just a purist, and why not? We saw the Hall of Famers from the Raiders on the sideline, and this is what football looked like way
pure
back when.
football back in the day. That good physical run the football.
That's probably top of the list.
You see these two uniforms on the field together, and if you are of a certain age, it takes you back to
Just send Pickett's in motion.
greatness of the foundation of the 70s.
Pickett throws right, wide open. Oh.
He got leveled as he was trying to get rid of it towards Austin.
We are playing old-style football now, and Crosby getting a
I love
one-on-one
old school
opportunity.
football.
Watch this inside
So
move.
many guys wish that we could play old school
Loves the
football
setup
again.
to the outside, full arms extended,
Woo.
and I mean, just as that ball was released.
Woo.
What did Kenny Pickett tell us? He goes, "You should see my body after last week. It's going to be about the same this week."
Second and 10.
Games, but he said that Cleveland one was as physical as he has been in, and Max Crosby doing his part to add to that tonight. Harrison inside run, trying to bounce it away from Coops, and out to the 6-yard line.
And the handoff was to Najee, so it's a gain of 5, 3rd and 5.
Interesting individual, so motivated, chip on his shoulder. Felt like he never gets the respect because he was a 4th-round pick, not a top 10 pick like some of the other best edge rushers.
And don't make the same mistake I made and talk about what a great hustling player he is. He feels a little disrespected, has a phone full of comments from people who said that he's not a good pass rusher, just a real effort guy. Didn't like that at all.
3rd and 5.
You're not in the phone. Pretty sure. 3rd and 5. Here he
Pickett back to throw. Open. He's got Pickens. And Pickens gets himself inside the 43.
3rd down pickup, Pickett to Pickens.
Nice job, beautifully done with the pick play here. You're going to get the crisscross. First of all, we'll talk a little bit about Crosby coming back.
Great job by the offensive line. Just gave him enough time to throw the
In the middle
football.
of the field, set up beautifully, just enough, forcing Bennett to duck underneath, and that's all it took. There are some players you just have to get the ball in their hands, and George Pickett's certainly one of those. I'm kind of anxious to see him make one of those contested catches. It really is spectacular on occasion.
Play action. Pickett. Open. Throws it to Warren. Tries to shed the tackle, but gets out of the first one, but gets tackled by 2 more.
To the 40. Let's go back and see
By the
Max
linebacker.
Crosby is coming back on the field right now.
Right inside there. Oh, looks like he stepped on Corafor at the tail end of that play.
That guy rarely comes out of a game, and he is proud of how often he is on the field, snap after snap, with that high level of effort.
That's Crosby played 1,085 defensive snaps, most by any edge rusher in the season since 2013. Sounds like J.J. Watt. I could be wrong. Anyway, they give it over to Najee. Najee and gets inside the line of scrimmage about a gain about a yard or 2. And it'll be 3rd down.
Amazing what happens when Crosby gets one play off. An Energizer Bunny going back out there. And another play, you see the tattoos, that's a story unto itself. Remarkable what he's overcome in his personal life, and very proud of where he is right now.
Inspired by J.J. Watt with that relentless effort, and has really gained the respect of T.J. Watt.
3rd and
as
7.
well as those two at the same time have been such good edge rushers who got to know each other at a Pro Bowl as well. 3rd and 7.
Oh, Pickett escapes, throws it, has to throw it away. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to punt.
Forced him to cut it loose. And let's see a long Boswell field goal perhaps coming up here.
Wait, a field goal?
Crosby, this is what life is like if you are the primary pass rusher. You got to take on 2 before you're allowed to even think about the quarterback. Slip pass there, then go chase the quarterback.
Well, here we go, Chris. 57.
Boswell,
This man has been
24-28.
from 50 plus. couple of 59s in his career.
86% of his kicks made since 2017. Here's the kick. It's 57 yards down the middle, and it's good. Boswell's been dependable. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, with 9:28 remaining here in the third quarter, Boswell kicking it from 57 straight down the pike. It is good. And Steelers up by 3 field goals. They lead 16-7 right now on Sunday Night Football here on the Louis Sports Network. Smash that like button. Let's see something. Ryan says, I was watching 2002 WWE King of the Ring when Triple H was going to the entranceway and the NWO was waiting. Do you think with Triple H joining the NWO, was Scott supposed to be there instead of the Big Show? Scott was supposed to be there, but he got fired, and part of it was because of the fact that Scott was having, again, issues and was not trying to go to rehab. WWE tried paying for his rehab. They ascended to rehab centers, and Scott really wasn't trying to do it. So he was pretty much avoiding the rehab. He went and did rehab, but it was like he was avoiding it, even though he should have continued. And he was released by the company for it.
Your insurance needs, it's easy to Geico. And by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. This is a look tonight down in Mexico City. The Steelers are hosting a watch party. Over 3,500 are on hand to celebrate. And speaking of celebrating, Steeler fans everywhere you look here in Vegas. Everywhere. Having fun. Time to travel. Touchback. 25 again for Jimmy G and the Raiders.
All right, Jimmy Garoppolo, when you play the Pittsburgh Steelers, we did this a lot back in the day. You have a rule. You take the first option or throw it away. You come back to number 2, you do so at your own peril. Interception there. There's number 1. You don't like that one, go to number 2, and
you're going to get a chance here.
So you have to
Raiders with the ball, 9:28. Myers in motion.
Because this
go to the left.
Defense gets going with these 2 edge players.
They give it to Jacobs. And Jacobs gets himself about 7.
Melissa to the 30-yard line.
Mike, I talked to recently retired J.J. Watt about TJ after he posted this while watching his younger brother.
TJ Watt is the best defensive player on the planet. Stop trying to question it. Stop trying to justify anyone else. He is the best, period.
He sends TJ texts throughout every game about his thoughts. How many? About 50. To which TJ laughed and said, yeah, it's a lot. JJ said he is living vicariously through TJ now, and that TJ is going to break all of his records left and right.
All right, here is Jacobs again on 2nd and 4.
TJ's now on our side of the world where makeup is started
and it'll be third down.
CBS, and he was there week 1, and I asked TJ, what do you think of JJ on TV? He said, I was hearing from him as he was watching the game, showed me the setup. He's eating out of a taco bowl. I said, will you be a TV guy? He said, no chance. I will not be on TV when I'm done.
You wear makeup?
Not now, but at times. You look good in your makeup.
Thank you.
Derek Watt, the other brother, by the way.
3rd and 1 for the Raiders.
3rd and 1. Raiders
Throw it, Devontae. Quick slant and gets himself a first down.
Raiders needed that. A first down, a gain of 19.
19 big yards.
Once again, but you have to take advantage of it. Anytime you can get Devontae Adams one-on-one, just like they did on that big touchdown pass to him earlier, when they're expecting short yardage, goal line, any of that stuff, one-on-one, there is nobody on the Pittsburgh Steelers that's going to cover Devontae Adams in open space. I am intrigued by watching Trey Tucker, who's
Give me another one. Garoppolo, 14 to 22, 180, one touchdown, one pick. Devontae, 8 catches, 115. Garoppolo throws. It's short. Intended for Jacobs.
Alexander in coverage.
I think they were doing exactly that. I think they were trying to get that ball down the field to Trey Tucker. But you can tell that Jimmy Garoppolo is just uncomfortable. So they bring in that extra blocker on the outside. Why do you do that? You do that so you can take a shot down the field. You know you're going to have protection. And despite that fact,
despite that fact, he
ended up
didn't.
getting pressure and breaking down that play.
And play action. Garoppolo looking. He's got time. Throws it, and he's throwing it away. Oh, no, it's a pick. Patrick Peterson with the pick. That was a stupid throw by Garoppolo. Stupid throw. And it's picked off. Another turnover. Jimmy G wasn't thinking straight on that one. Another pick. That was just a terrible throw. That was a very, very bad decision. Very bad decision by Jimmy G. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Pittsburgh takes over, leading 16-7 on a terrible throw by Jimmy G after getting himself 19 yards on that pass at Devontae Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Going to go use the bathroom real quick. So once again, 16-7 for those tuning in. Steelers versus Raiders right here on the Louis Sports Network. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. 2nd and 6 for the Steelers. Warren's got a ton of room. Easy first down. Good shedding tackle in space and gets himself beyond the first down. 15 yards on the play.
It just feels like there's a few more plays in the playbook, doesn't it? Anytime that you got Jalen Warren in the game, he has been so creative in space.
Hopefully the Steelers can build on this and do a little bit more as the season goes along, because they actually have some good plays in their playbook.
There it goes. And
1st and 10.
just helps.
44.
Pickett, back to throw, straight down the middle, complete to Freiermuth, and get a first down. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 16-7 Pittsburgh.
All the talk this week, Matt Canada, this offense was booed. He's the coordinator. They were booed.
Steeler fans were
home in the second half.
wanting off with your head
People were frustrated
with the way you've been calling
much
plays.
Better looking effort from the Pittsburgh offense here today.
Only 2 touchdowns scored through week 2. They give it to Harris. Harris, set tackle, goes to the outside, gets himself a first down. Is that a penalty flag?
The Steelers are getting chunks of yards here as Harris
He might have.
slowed on the sideline. The athletic training staff's going to come down to that sideline and take a look at the running back.
It looks like he got hit hard. It might have been a late hit once he got that first down.
It just looks so much better up front, the way they're blocking. I don't think they've made a zone run in this entire game, Mike. I really don't. That's what they abandoned in about the middle of the second quarter.
It was the
week,
hit
and then
by
Najee on the tail end of it, taking that shot.
Gets up, gain of 17. He wanted to go back in. The official just told him, you got to go out for one play. Good run there. Mike Tomlin, he heard all the negativity, the booing from Matt Canada. And as only Mike Tomlin can do, Chris, he gave you a vintage quote.
He did. He said it's our job to entertain these guys. If we don't, they're going to entertain themselves. And their entertainment is booing. That's what it was a week ago. They didn't like the offense.
I love the way the Steelers offense is going right now.
Mexico and Pittsburgh.
They've been running and passing the ball pretty effectively, even with the 16 points that they have. We got a player in motion. Pickett, play action, rolls left, throws it, end zone, open, Freiermuth, touchdown Steelers.
Great looking drive from the Steelers.
And the Steelers,
they extend the lead to 15.
and this is going to be a problem for the NFL if the Steelers are able to score like this offensively. I know what they're going to say. It's the Raiders. Nice throw by Pickett on the run, rolling left. Freiermuth was calling for the ball. He was wide open. Ran a nice route, too.
Raiders and their linebackers for an easy touchdown.
Here's the snap, and the kick by Boswell is good.
His 15th start.
Kenny Pickett is he's really passing the ball now as compared to earlier. He was only 7 of 14. But since then, the balance of the run and the pass, and Kenny Pickett is looking like a freaking Pro Bowler right now, late. Another touchdown pass to Freiermuth, and now the Steelers are up 23-7 now. The weird thing is it doesn't feel like the Raiders have been dominated. It's just, again, Garoppolo has given up 2 possessions with his poor placement of the football. And his interception just right now that he threw on a careless pass led to this touchdown by Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. So to be quite honest, those are 7 points that Garoppolo would love to have back. And he would be the first to tell you that. The thing now is Kenny Pickett can't allow the defense to get back on the field. Because if they do, to me, I think the Steelers might possibly score again. Because the play calling this week has been so much better compared to the first 2 weeks. So much better. And like I said, the Steelers have some talent receivers. They just need to they need to just call better plays, and they're calling better plays right now in this game. And their offense looks like they got a little bit of a rhythm now. And it's like if this continues with the defense the Steelers have, and this is where Cameron Hayward's still out. So when he comes back, the Steelers are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Smash the like, hit the subscribe for the channel. Just like that, we are back. The quickness.
You're on the East Coast, 1:30 in the morning. Watch before you go to bed on the West Coast. Love the action for you. There is the layout in Rome. Our team will be there for coverage of the Ryder Cup. The Americans trying to win on European soil, which has been such a challenge. Watched the Solheim Cup early this morning. Europeans winning in Spain.
DeAndre Carter to receive the kick.
See it all on NBC. Golf Channel and Peacock.
Touch back to the 25.
In a city, Chris, where there are over 150 weddings a day, sometimes they work out, but sometimes they are quick. The Raiders have had some quick relationships in terms of head coaches. 9 since 2007, second most in the NFL. But sometimes
Mike Tomlin's second longest tenured coach of the
Steelers.
team.
He's been going for a while, just like the ones.
Third consecutive Steelers head coach to hold job for 15 years. Bill Cowher, Chuck Nolan.
Longevity and bliss in black and blue.
Garoppolo, handoff to Jacobs. Jacobs gets himself 8.
7 yards.
7. Not like 8 to me.
Carries a purpose when you're trying to build a team, and Mike Tomlin shows that week after week, season after season.
He really does. You know, and it was interesting hearing him talk about free agency, too. He said, you know, we do speed dating. We know all these guys.
Alistair says, sup, Louis, who do you think is top in the AFC?
You want to do this or not? And they say it's about time you called, Coach. They wanted to be drafted.
It's still the Chiefs.
Like 50, Landon Roberts,
Still the
linebacker
Chiefs.
in there. He's a new ad. Chris told you about the linebacking core that they've added. He's out there now.
Play action. Garoppolo looking. Throws up the middle. And it's Jacoby Myers with the catch at midfield. First down.
It's just so good, isn't it? I mean, when they go to the first read's open, they can make a play. And I think for the Raiders, it's almost just, it's time to go, right? Let's go. Let's go no huddle. Let's get up there. They have good players. How good was Jacoby Myers in that opening game? Lightning quick, couple of touchdowns.
He was great.
Chance.
He did wonders for me fantasy-wise. Garoppolo gives it over to Jacobs, gets about a yard.
I mentioned Landon Roberts before, that whole speed dating thing you were talking about. Let's watch Jacobs here. I'm sure he gets up. He does. He's going to walk over to the sideline a little gingerly and come out of the game for a moment. What Tomlin was saying was very simple. He said, hey, we talked to these guys in the process. I was at his pro day. His parents were mad at me 8 years ago that I didn't draft him. But we know right away, early in the free agency market, let's go out and go get him. He's got Levi Wallace, who they acquired last year after his time in Buffalo, who's down on a knee, and the athletic training staff is out to check on the starting corner for the Steelers.
Levi Wallace, 70 games, 11 picks in his A season. Passes deflected 43. Tackle for loss 7.
Buffalo, first 4 years there, and speaking of speed dating, this may accelerate the process for Joey Porter here.
Is their rookie 32nd overall pick, backup corner. Injury timeout to look at Levi Wallace.
All right, so we got a 30-second timeout right now with 2:21 remaining in the third quarter. Pittsburgh leads 23-7 over the Raiders. So to be honest, best team, I'm still going with the Chiefs. They're the champions. I know people want to say right now, I mean, look at the Dolphins. Like, the Dolphins look good right now. The Jets were supposed to look good, but they got hurt with Aaron Rodgers that quick into the season. 4 snaps into his Jets career, and he's out for the season already. Loaded nacho cheeseburger. Can somebody say bathroom? I think tomorrow I might possibly do the Buccaneers and the Eagles. If I don't do that, like I said, I'll do Rams Bengals. But it looks like I might be leaning towards Buccaneers and Eagles. Illinois versus Purdue next Saturday at 3:30. Michigan State against Iowa next Saturday. College football. Talladega, which is NASCAR. Chiefs and the Jets next Sunday at 7 Eastern time. Oh, that must be the nightcap game.
It's half the size of the real one. We'll be at the real one in France next summer for the Olympics. And someone from Las Vegas, Katie Grimes, who was the first athlete to qualify for the U.S. Olympic team in open water swimming. Also, there's a great chance in the 800 as well. Katie Grimes, part of a great club in this area called Sandpipers that'll be part of the Olympic scene when we get to Paris next summer.
Here we go for the Raiders, 2nd and 10. Empty backfield for the Raiders.
Chris told you about Joey Porter Jr. He's in the
Garoppolo escapes the pressure, throws it, and what a catch by Davante Adams, first down.
Well, I tell you, sometimes Alex Highsmith comes off the edge, and that was a good time. Jimmy Garoppolo to step up.
That was a gain of what?
Adams is just such a secure catcher of the ball, isn't he?
I can't say how big a fan I am of that guy.
Garoppolo, quick throw, complete. Amir Abdullah catches.
We had so much fun talking to Davante. He was talking about all the different pieces. You think about Davante when he gets here. Of course, he's with Aaron Rodgers for all those years in Green Bay. It's like a brother to him. And then he comes here, and it's like his other brother was waiting for him because he had played at Fresno State with Derek Carr. Then the Raiders released Carr.
23-7, under a minute and a half remaining here in the third.
Yeah, you know, so
2nd and 7 for the Raiders. Adams, 9 catches, 127, and a touchdown.
As we all know.
Garoppolo, back, looking. Escapes the pressure. Garoppolo goes outside, and he gets himself a first down, and he slides. Ooh.
And the back end of avoiding the hit ends up in a collision with DeMonte KZ, the safety, is flying over Jimmy G.
Yep, you're always going to be looking out here, right? There's going to be some kind of double team, some kind of chip, some kind of something.
Just trying to look.
And for Jimmy Garoppolo, just to be able to hold the ball for a moment and look down the field, but this time it was the coverage that won out. This has to be a winning drive here for the Raiders.
Left, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, you're down 16.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Down 16. And Garoppolo gets sacked.
Keanu Benton, the rookie out of Wisconsin, who they are expecting big things from, comes up with his first NFL sack.
That is a 309
So Garoppolo goes down.
man with that move right there. And I'll tell you, it saved a touchdown. Jacoby Myers in the slot. Watch him run right through the zone here. There was nobody there.
Bro.
There's a touchdown. Look at him. He can't believe it.
All right, so it looks like we're taking a break. World's fastest man, Noah Lyles, and all right, so it looks like we're on commercial break just now. Oh, I thought we came back, but nope. Yep, that's going to be the new trend now, electrified vehicles now. I'm not a fan of it because I'm just afraid that, what if something stops working and you got to depend on it electrically. It's just I'm not. Smash the like button. These are Honda cars. Oh, well, never mind. Now they show to Toyota trucks.
Right across the river from the real deal. And watch Patrick Mahomes.
Week 4.
The Jets on Sunday Night Football. Patrick Mahomes has done almost everything in the league except start a game in New York / Jersey against the Jets and Giants. Take care of that Sunday night. We'll see you, Maria and the guys from All Night America get you started
at least against the Jets.
Fourth quarter begins with second.
All right, start of the fourth, and we got a flag.
And 24.
Start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Penalty number 5 on the evening for the Raiders. 2 flags on Pittsburgh.
You want to take a guess whether or not this Raiders offense is just going to struggle this year, or is Pittsburgh just one of those defenses like a San Francisco or Cleveland or Dallas that's just going to make you look bad at Jets?
Second and 24. Garoppolo back to throw. Looking and misses. Escapes. Throws. And it's complete. Devontae Adams catches it, but we got a flag.
There's a flag down with all the protection for Garoppolo. Was there a hold?
Might be against the Raiders.
Blake wants to give us the full answer, so I wonder if they're asking Tomlin the options here. It was second and 24.
You're not going to want to give up that completion, right? Unless
Holding offense. Second down.
Benton got close again. That's the hole right there that ended up being called.
Damn, so second and 34.
Like a really promising start to this thing is second and calculator.
Yeah, Dylan Parham back-to-back penalties, second and a third of the field for the Raiders.
Quick play.
Something quick.
DeAndre Carter.
Carter, their kick and punt returner.
That's
did a nice job as a receiver for the Chargers last year. Got a lot of that yardage back to set up third and at least on the call sheet.
Yeah, but you really can't at this point. You see the prevent defense basically behind it, so there was going to be some space. Good job of blocking out in front. But you can't be playing this game now for field goals and low risk and, you need a little catch and run opportunity.
Good return run. So that was a gain of 16. Third and 18. Garoppolo back to throw on an empty backfield, open, and Jacoby Myers keeps it in with a catch. They got to go for it. They should. It's the fourth quarter.
Oh, beautiful. All the way through with the possession, yes.
That was pretty.
That was beautiful.
And now you have to go. Now you need, who is your playmaker here? The one guy
4th
that
and
we
5.
have not seen so far at all in this
Hunter
game,
Renfrow.
really, in all this season.
Hunter
It's
Renfrow.
so good in these situations.
Hunter Renfrow.
Number 13, Hunter Renfrow.
Get him involved somehow.
That noise coming from the Steeler fans.
4th and 5. Garoppolo. Garoppolo looking, quick throw. Oh, drops it by Myers. And Steelers take over on downs.
And the Steeler defense.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers hold their ground. All right, so we're going to take a break with 13-13 remaining here in the fourth. It is 23-7 in favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Defense is really starting to dominate right now on the Raiders. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure to hit the like button. And once again, salute to everybody watching. Salute to people in the chat who have talked. Excuse me. This is why I love football, you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Meals, shelter, and hope to these families who still need that assistance. Please donate today. redcross.org/NFL. There's a tie to this game. There are a couple of brothers, the Herbig brothers, who play for the Pittsburgh
Nate
Steelers.
Herbig, Nate Herbig.
Nick,
Oh,
they
wow.
are from Hawaii, and as a matter of fact, they chipped in for a donation to help Lahaina Luna High School football team, athletic department.
Here come the Steelers back on offense. Pickett to Najee Harris. Doesn't get much.
For a couple of yards. Josh Green, the governor of Hawaii, big Pittsburgh Steelers
Just a
fan,
couple of yards there.
Pennsylvania, so the appreciative connection from Steeler Nation to the folks in Hawaii who we continue to keep in our thoughts.
It was terrific, wasn't it? To see that beautiful place. All our thoughts with you guys.
Raiders scored first, 23 in a row for the Steelers, and methodically they have
Since that time.
this game the last 2+ quarters. Second and 7.
Second and 7. Throws it to Warren. Warren gets himself about
30-yard line. So the Raider defense trying to come up with a stop here on 3rd and 2. We mentioned they are missing the guy opposite Max Crosby, and that's Chandler Jones. Odd, unclear situations with the 12-year veteran defensive end. He's got over 100 career sacks. Look at Mark Davis, the owner. They're missing Jones, not with the team since the end of training camp. Raiders have said very little on the record. Personal situation and a private matter was their quote. Jones placed on the non-football illness list this week. Raiders filled his roster spot. They put out on social media a series of confusing, unclear
3rd and 2.
lashing out at Raiders leadership. Part of the
Pickett.
Jones is not around, not sure if
Looking to throw.
Pickett to the sidelines.
And that's going to be 3 and out.
Bounds, and that Raider defense does come up with a 3 and out there, which is essential, and he hopes to stay alive in this game.
You know, you talk about Chandler Jones, but the guy who really is supposed to be able to replace him is Tyree Wilson. He was a high draft pick, 7th overall. And whether it was the foot injury, whether it's just the lack of training camp, whether it's whatever, we have just not
All right,
seen
Steelers going over the point.
Injury
Here's the
athleticism
kick.
out of him. And I'm sure the Raiders were hoping for.
DeAndre Carter on the return. No, he's not going nowhere.
Returns it 12 to the 20, and that's where the Raiders.
All right, we're going to take another commercial break. 11:32 remaining. Raiders with the ball. They trail 23-7 right now on Sunday Night Football in Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. We'll be right back. Make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe. I really hope the Raiders can get at least another touchdown, at least to try to make this a game, because right now they're really struggling offensively. And it's almost trying to say to yourself, you're probably asking a lot to try to get this done. Alistair says, I don't think neither can make the playoffs AFC 2 stack this year. You think the Chiefs won't make the playoffs this year? You're talking about these two teams? I give the Steelers more of a chance than I do the Raiders. But you might be right. You might be right. But I give the Steelers a better shot to make the playoffs than I do the Raiders. All right, back to live action, 11:32 remaining.
Above that is where the Las Vegas Aces of the WNBA play. Mark Davis also owning that team. They won their semifinal game. They're the reigning WNBA champs. Vegas Golden Knights are the Stanley Cup champs. This has become a huge sports city. Formula One race coming up in the fall.
Just like that, all we need is a Vegas team in the NBA to win a championship and a baseball Vegas team to win a World Series. Well, it's supposed to be Oakland, right? Garoppolo. Looking. Open. Davante Adams. Let's go.
6-yard line. Big numbers on the night for Adams. His 10th catch.
Even with a blitz on that play, that was probably the best protection of the night. And I would have expected them to come up and jump on the ball. But
so Davante's over 30 fantasy points for me.
Back on the back end.
That's 33.
Davante Adams, he just is open all the time.
Hard to cover that guy.
7-11. Open all the time. I don't know why they call it 7-11.
Garoppolo, play action. Quick pass. Davante Adams again. And
7-11 is open 24 hours in stores.
No, I know, but like 7 to 11.
we need to get 2 touchdowns
That was
with that.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's a bad nickname.
Vegas, a lot of numbers in Vegas. His numbers.
9 100-yard reception games, top for second in the NFL since 2022. Tonight, 159.
Last year, right around the same number he had in Green Bay.
Do you know who's really excited now? O.J. Watt.
Garoppolo, back to throw. Open. Hunter Renfrow gets a first down.
His second catch of the night on his second target of the night.
They got to get him involved more as the season goes on. The fact that he only has 2 catches is crazy.
He's gone in this offense. Maybe Devontae Adams just so good. They just said, the heck with it. We're just going to throw it to Devontae.
But you can still mix it up.
But Hunter Renfrow really is a very savvy route runner in that slot position. He was open a couple of times in that game last week. Never saw the ball.
Jacobs, decent run. Probably the best run all night that he's had.
Run of the night for the Raiders. A gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, and one of the things that's happening is that now the Steelers are back playing in a nickel defense. They
No huddle.
been playing with 4 defensive backs.
They give it to Jacobs. Jacobs, and gets another one.
The 2 longest carries of the early season for the defending rushing champion.
Yeah, I guess who's going to double team blocks up front now, too. Now we're seeing the Raiders doing it.
Personnel changes. Adams at the top of the screen.
1st and 10. They give it to Jacobs again. Gets about 2 yards.
Shut it down. 8:50 to go. Got to get moving.
Man, Jacobs ate some grass there.
Down for the Raiders as Samir White.
1st and 10.
Georgia comes in. Jacobs comes to the sideline.
In the shotgun. Garoppolo, 3-step drop. Trying to look, he gets sacked.
Garoppolo gets the pressure from the other side, and Marcus Golden coming up with a sack. 2nd consecutive game with a takedown.
How'd you like to have Marcus Golden as your other guy? If my guys get tired, I'm just going to go.
As you can see, trying to go back, collapsing the pocket of the Steelers.
Double-digit sack years in his career. And it's just a powerful force against the run. You see him just going underneath Colton Miller with power right there.
Raiders' offensive line hasn't really done a good job. 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16.
Garoppolo throws. And that is to Abdullah. But we got a flag.
Check what this flag is.
Well, there was almost a tackle by the Steelers on that route. May have been a hold.
Let's see who the hold is going to be on.
I think that was Cole Holcomb.
Mm-hmm. It's holding prior to the pass, 55. But there's more to discuss.
Shout out to Jay in the building. What's up? Make Scamios and Jimmy G doing what they do with consistency. Oh, man.
It's a first down for the Raiders. 7:43 to go.
Holding. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's the key word right there. Automatic first down.
Well, I've already said it. You're not winning the Super Bowl with Jimmy G as your quarterback.
Take the first down at the 18 as opposed to the game. Get the fresh set of downs halfway through the 4th quarter.
I don't want to hear, but the Ravens won with Trent Dilfer. Yeah, but that defense was freaking all-time NFL great. Garoppolo and Adams just slipped. Did he get hurt?
Ended up going back the other way with DeMonte KZ. 16th target for Adams of the 34 passes.
2nd and 10.
And a chance.
Damn, slipped out of his hands.
I feel like they've got the pieces. Myers is good. Adams is outstanding. Renfrow on the
I mean,
we haven't seen him throw to either tight end.
After Rodgers tore that Achilles, yeah.
They have it, but they haven't put it together. This does not look like what the Raiders will do.
Oh, Garoppolo sacked. Minka Fitzpatrick. They're going to call a flag. Roughing the passer. I can already see it. I don't know. I thought that hit was good to me.
Yeah, I think they got it. See him shoot right through here. See if the helmet hits first.
No.
Terry McCauley, we're talking forcible contact, right? Helmet to helmet.
It was.
Yeah, Mike. You know, there is some contact
Some,
there.
but
It doesn't appear to be forcible.
yeah, he grabbed the arm.
It looks like he's on the shoulder mostly. Some slight contact. Really, I don't think this is a foul.
Nah, man, that's not a foul, bro. He just grabbed him by the arms, and he just happened to make some contact. I feel like Minka Fitzpatrick has been getting a little bit of a bad rap these last couple of weeks, as I know at the goal line. He's at the 1.
6:47 to go.
I don't get it, man. He grabbed him. He grabbed him with his arms, made contact with the shoulder first, then the helmet. That's a bad call. Stupid call.
Offense looks great. First drive against Buffalo. Boom, 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 right down the field. It's just the consistency of it.
Jacob should get in. Oh, bro, come on, bro. Josh Jacobs couldn't take advantage of that. You might as well pass it to Devontae Adams at this point.
Did you see Levi Wallace on that play? He wasn't going to make the tackle. All he was doing was going out here to cut him off, so he had to cut back in to his help coming. That's just the perfect defensive play.
Yo, shout out to Levi Wallace. He's played a hell of a game today. Man coverage, on the run. Great game. I'm sensing the fade route to Devontae right here. Adams, touchdown. Let's go.
Number 2 on the night for Devontae Adams. And now they will go for 2.
They got to go for 2. They go for 2. They cut it to 8.
Basketball more than Devontae Adams, and all he did there was go get in rebound position. Going against Levi Wallace, he's going to go get right between
41 fantasy points tonight. Let's effing go. Let's go.
12 catches, $160, 2 touchdowns. The Raiders have been
2 touchdowns. 7 consecutive failures on 2-point conversions, longest in the NFL. Garoppolo, looking. Go. Dude, what are you doing? Throw it. No flag? Yep, there's a flag. Jacoby Myers gets the call.
Working that back line. Contact made. Now they'll get a yard closer for the 2-point conversion attempt.
Remember in the first half when Jacoby Myers didn't quite milk that call enough? He did that one.
Pass interference.
Defense.
There should be nothing a defender can do if he is looking only at the receiver. As a receiver, you can make that an automatic foul at that point.
Sounds like the voice of experience.
Oh, man. Nobody.
Oh, man, I'm so happy. Devontae Adams has got me big numbers today. Let's go, man. Let's go.
We have a little push here. And got a big fullback behind him. Johnson.
Extra offensive lineman in there as well.
They give it to Jacobs. Oh, play action. Mayer gets the touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. And we got ourselves a little bit of a game. If they can get a stop and they score and they get a 2-point conversion, we are tied. We do have a game. 5:41 remaining. Can we say here come the Raiders? We'll see. So with 5:41 remaining in the fourth quarter, it is an 8-point game, ladies and gentlemen. 23-15 Steelers lead by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion right now. Guys, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure to hit the like button. John Sally. You can't trust a damn thing he says, man. All that dude does is talk high. Justin Fields is worse than Zach Wilson. I mean, Zach is not that bad. Zach isn't that bad. The Jets have offensive now. If they have a pretty good offensive line and Zach Wilson is throwing interceptions or not able to move the ball down the field, then I'll say he's worse than Justin Fields. But the Jets don't have an offensive line. I mean, the Bears historically they've never been a great offense. They've been all about their defense, honestly. The strength of their team has always been their linebackers. Dick Butkus, Mike Singletary, I should say. I almost said Devin Singletary. Mike Singletary. You look at the running back, obviously the great Walter Payton. You have Gale Sayers. That's really the strength of their team. It's really been mostly the run game and their linebackers. But offensively overall with their receivers, they never really had great receivers.
For the helmet-to-helmet hit on Jimmy Garoppolo, umpires watching this angle, Chris, as we watch Fitzpatrick come in.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at it 7 different ways, and it looked like initial contact may have been on the shoulder.
I will say that Justin Fields, though, for the talent that he has really bad IQ.
Probably.
He has really, really bad IQ.
Was. Terry,
I mean, he said it possibly could be the coaching as to why the Bears are 0-2 to start the season. I said it could also be the fact that it could also be you too. Sounds like you're making excuses.
Touchback there. Steelers take over the 25. Minka Fitzpatrick involved in the play last week where Nick Chubb was hurt around the goal line.
So don't want to hear that.
And there was a back and forth about Minka Fitzpatrick as a player, and a lot of the Steelers came to his defense to try to make a play down at the goal line with no intent to injure Nick Chubb on that play. And there's Fitzpatrick involved in what could be another key play in this game.
Like I said before, man, Minka Fitzpatrick made a hell of a play. That was a bad call. Terrible call. I was soft as hell. Kenny Pickett rolls left, throws. Incomplete.
Not a lot of space to get to Austin. He'll bring up second down.
All right, Mike, let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Skycam, and it is all about Max Crosby. And honestly, right now, it's going to be all about Max Crosby. The relentless effort, the constant pressure, the getting after the quarterback, both sides of the ball, looping around, back to the inside.
Yeah, but how much more does he have to run? Eventually, you got to be able to pass in the freaking pocket. He can't just be running all the damn time. All right, they give it to Harris, and it's a stop.
Inside, interesting. The Raiders brought in Adam Butler, who has not played much in this game. Brought some big bodies. They were anticipating the run. Third down coming up.
You think? Look at all of his guys. So they are going to.
All right, here comes third down.
Beat him through the air, and here we go. Whatever stunt, whichever blitz.
Let's see if the Raiders can force him into a mistake or at least force a fourth down where they got a point. 3rd and 8.
Pittsburgh Steelers on the other side. So they get out of the huddle here. Play clock running out. Tomlin's walked down to the official and take a timeout if he needs it.
Is he going to take a timeout? They got 2 seconds left.
He does.
Yep, he took a timeout.
They probably would have gotten it off, but that's Mike Tomlin, who's been on the sideline forever. You're going to smell the operation moving slowly.
All right, let me see if they're going to take a commercial break here. Mike did call the timeout. Never mind. So they're not.
Weird. And we've seen that here tonight because there was the bang-bang at the start of the game, 7-7. Then the Steelers controlled the middle. You thought the Raiders were done.
Fields is going to be another Ohio State QB that either switches positions or is out of the league when the contract ends.
Like, 2 touchdown games. They weren't interesting, but this is the National Football
I'm going to go with out of the league.
It always comes back like this, and it really is something.
I'm going to go with out of the league.
You also see is if you give the Raiders the ball back here, it's 4-down territory all the way down the field. And as good as the Pittsburgh Steelers are defensively, that's tough to stop.
You said that today, watching those early games. 4-down ball against good offenses.
Once again, 3rd and 8.
It was all about it, too.
Yeah, that's right. Lined up across the front here. 3rd and 8.
Out across the front. Here's Pickett back to throw. Pickett. It is incomplete. Big stop by the Raiders on 3rd and 8. And they will get the ball back.
Nate Hobbs, what a play here to set up a potential
Heck of a
game
play.
winner. This is just fantastic. Going to get his head around at the last minute, get that football out. Those big tight ends, so tough to handle. No foul call. Just a big-time play.
Marvin, the punter's been very good tonight.
And here's DeAndre Carter. Here's DeAndre Carter. Wait a minute. Cuts inside. And he, okay. Ball's at the 49. Looks like 48-49.
So a bad time for the worst hang time of the night for Presley Harvin. Carter got a chance, and the Raiders have life with 4:35 to go.
And here comes.
Doesn't matter what happened.
And here come the Raiders, but.
3.5.
And I trust Jimmy G in this situation. I don't know.
Of this game for Jimmy Garoppolo now, his home opener, right?
Yes.
In this building. There you go.
Gonna have to see if he can do this right now.
Staying on rhythm is now the key.
Jimmy G. Let's see what you got, bro. You're down 8.
One of them, Highsmith, is bumped out over Hunter Renfrow right now.
Let's see what the Steelers come with. 4-man rush. Garoppolo looking. Throw. It's complete. And to Jacobs.
5-yard line, so a pickup by Jacobs of 7. I think it's 6 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, and here they are going to go no huddle. There is not that big of a need.
Going to the no huddle. 2nd and 4.
Assuming you can score here.
In the shotgun, Garoppolo throws left, and Davante Adams a first down. This man is going to get me 50 fantasy points. Davante Adams is a effing beast.
What he's been able to do here tonight.
He is
it's interesting talking to him. He had a conversation with Jerry Rice one time. He said, and Davante was saying, "How do you make all those plays?" He said, "Because I've seen them before. I've seen them in practice." And
22nd game with 10+ catches.
He sees balls in the air.
Davante Adams is killing the Steelers defense. But their defensive backs give up. Garoppolo to Jacobs. Can't handle the pass.
It'll be 2nd and 10. And we're watching the development of Garoppolo and Adams getting on the same page and learning each other as well.
Yeah, and they have protection. They have extra help against Davante Adams right now with the safety back deep over the top of him, which is going to allow whoever is playing underneath, in this case, Levi Wallace, to not have to worry about the deep ball. If the deep ball is thrown, there's a safety sitting right back there, so they're just trying to play in his hip pocket.
2nd and 10. Davante Adams on the left. Garoppolo avoids a sack, rolls right, throws, it's complete. And Jacoby Myers with the catch. It'll be 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 3 and 32.
TJ Watt looks like Usain Bolt coming out of the blocks. You just wonder, he barely missed on that one. And lucky for Jimmy Garoppolo, he did. But for Garoppolo, nice job. He's getting a little feel now how to step up and escape.
3rd and 2.
Peterson checking what the coverage was.
He might have checked to a run here.
They go to a run. Jacobs.
Very close. Looks a little short.
He might be short. I think Jacobs probably going to be short.
Down judge comes flying in and says 4th down. Patrick
That should be 4th down. That's short. That's short.
Keanu Neal came in.
That'll be 4th
really
and
saved
inches.
the day on that one. That was some play by Neal.
Jacoby Myers was going to come out. Now he comes back in. Now the Raiders are a little confused here with personnel. They're keeping their 3 receiver personnel out there.
And so they got it now. 4th and 1.
Garoppolo go with the sneak. Flag for a false start.
Oh, man. False start.
Pointing it out.
That hurts. That's going to hurt the Raiders right there. False start, yep. Fraction offense. 4th down. They got to go for it, though. They got to go for it.
He just flinched. He just flinched a little bit. Not sure you can see it from here.
Yep.
Right there, right there.
Flinch.
And now they're going to bring on the field goal unit. It's interesting. So this is 4th and 5 at the 30.
This might be a
fake. Daniel Carlson for a 48-yard field goal attempt.
Is this a fake?
With 3 timeouts and 3:15 left. Interesting decision here by McDaniels. Carlson struggled mightily.
Is this a fake? It's good.
This one looks tricky. There's a flag down though here, so hang on a second. It's a flag.
It might be on the Steelers.
Sometimes where it was thrown, it could be something the defense did, perhaps an alignment. Let's see.
If that's the case, that might be a first down.
Off of the pile to get the block, and that's illegal.
That's
leverage or covering the center. Personal
foul.
Leverage.
Oh. Wow. Automatic first down. Oh my goodness.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's watch it
Let's
here.
see here.
98 to Marvin Leal.
Right over here. Pushing up off of the back to jump.
So he puts his hand on the back of one of the Raiders here to elevate himself. See Leal. Terry McCauley.
Yeah, he did, Mike. He used his right hand. He elevated himself from a field goal. That is a foul for left.
Well, that penalty really helps them because it stops the clock. So they score here. This would suck if Pittsburgh were to lose a game like this in which they were in full control. They give it a play action. Garoppolo throws it. They dump it to Jacobs.
Takes the hit at the 8-yard line. 3 minutes to go.
Mike, you think about the sequence here because if they can,
there might have been a gain of 5 or 6.
Still have the 2-minute warning. Still have your timeouts.
So it's a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Two-point conversion. Still have an opportunity at the end of this thing.
It's interesting. They changed the personnel group they have out there. Jakob Johnson, the fullback, was out there for first down. He remains out here for second down with Jacobs.
2nd and 4. Meyer in motion. Oh, that was a bad pass by Garoppolo. That was a bad pass. He threw that ball too quick.
I never saw that one. I mean, he had a corner rolled up that way, and I think Devontae said, "Why are you throwing it to me?"
It's interesting because what did Garoppolo tell us? I'm rewiring my brain. I'm trying to learn Devontae. There are things that I used to see as a quarterback. They're like, no, you can't do that. But with that guy, you try it because he can make great plays.
Now it's a little different situation.
3rd and 4. Let's see what they come up with here.
Stretching a safety over to Devontae again.
3rd and 4. Steelers break 5. Garoppolo.
5-man rush in. Wow, what a catch, but he's out of bounds.
To bring it in. But it's 4th down, and this time I assume they're going to kick the field goal again. They're going to bring out the field goal unit with 2:25 to go.
I don't know.
This is a great effort. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good effort. I think I'd be going for this.
I would too.
I mean, I understand what the possibilities are.
Absolutely.
I mean, I totally understand it. I would just be worried I'm not getting the ball back again.
That's the problem.
Got 4 chances to stop it. And we're so conditioned now to aggressive football where everybody goes for everything.
26-yard field goal attempt. That's good. And it's a 5-point game.
To 18.
Plenty of time. You just have to make a defensive stop here now.
Well, a lot of passing there, so the numbers of Garoppolo have really added up. 28 of 43 from 324 yards. Pickett's thrown for 229.
Well, let's see. Most of those passes were to who?
Yeah, and I just get the feeling that Josh McDaniels likes what he's been seeing out of his defense. 3 and out the last 2 possessions, and maybe he just has that kind of faith that they're going to be able to get this one done, going for the win. But you still have to have a touchdown.
Right, exactly.
Right? Well, one way or another, you had to get a touchdown.
And if you play this out with the 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, if you stop them on the 3 plays, you get the ball back with 1:54 or so left and still have a timeout in your pocket on offense. So,
damn, I have 190 fantasy points this week.
You got to make the stop now. Pittsburgh has set up 10 of their 11 return men in a very small window there, about 20 yards. The return man is
Look at that. I got Jacoby Myers too. He gave me 15. I got 2 Raiders right now on my team. I got Jacoby Myers and I got Devontae Adams.
Steelers will take over the 25, 2:22 to go.
Steelers take over.
Talk about the penalties that have been happening out here. We'll start with Minka Fitzpatrick right off the bat. That one.
I didn't like that penalty from Minka Fitzpatrick. That was, to me, stupid.
Sullivan on the back end, and then of course this on the field goal has really kept the Raiders in the game.
Last 2 Pittsburgh drives, Chris, 3 and out. And they run it.
Run,
and
Harris.
Najee Harris.
Gain of 5.
Raider timeout.
Raiders take a timeout.
This is where the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin, they practice this stuff probably more than any team in the National Football League. Live goal line situations, live end of game, tackling people.
2nd and 5, 2:17 remaining here in the 4th. We got a close game, 23-18 right now in favor of the Steelers. They're trying to hold on.
Other teams did. And I guarantee you his feeling is if we can't make 5 yards here. Remember, this was a little bit of the situation last week as
It's
well.
time for AOC, AO4. Aiden O'Connell. Jimmy can go to the Jets.
Probably a read option kind of play that didn't work out so well.
They give it to Harris. Harris. And we got a timeout. So 2nd timeout used by the Raiders. And it'll be 3rd down.
Run stop, and we're down to that 3rd down play as the Raiders take timeout 2.
All the Raiders have to do is get the stop. Because the Steelers won't be able to take that much time off the clock to punt the ball unless they decide to go for it on 4th down.
Toughest man wins, and we've got one play to decide that.
And even those of an older age, the Steeler-Raider rivalry, you heard about it from those who were around in the 70s when it was Madden against Noel and all those Hall of Famers and the toughness. And it came down to plays at the end of games. And here we are at 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Pickett's feet tonight in some of these key situations that have decided it.
Pickett rolls left, open, 1st down. That might be the ball game.
And they'll roll it down to the 2-minute warning. The Raiders down to
2-minute warning.
Timeout left. And the Pittsburgh Steelers come up with a big conversion in the air.
Worst defense. They are going to end up with a blitz coming off the slot from the left-hand side.
That's ball game.
Right
That's game.
The sprint left. So absolutely.
The Raiders only have 1 timeout. They give up the big play to Allen Robinson right there. That's ball game.
Like a normal coverage. Marcus Epps on the back end of it literally had no chance of being able to get there. That's understanding what might happen to you from an offensive standpoint. I know people love
Epps is all upset and all,
Canada, but that was a really good call.
The offensive coordinator.
Got to give Kenny Pickett a lot of credit.
His team has put up 337 yards of offense and had a couple of drives. And they looked really good.
Which Jones are you talking about that the Jets should have drafted, Alistair?
Raiders game's not over. You can just take knees at this point. 1 timeout, 2-minute warning. Raiders will get the ball back if the clock is managed.
Mac Jones, get out of here with that, please. And they give it to Najee. Trying to fight. And we got a timeout.
Corner came in and made the first contact. 153 as Las Vegas takes its final timeout.
Yeah, at this point, it is just a free-for-all, right? You're going to have all kinds of bodies flying in here, and it's going to be very difficult to make anything happen offensively. So one of the things that maybe Pittsburgh wants to consider are some mobility plays, some bootleg plays, sweep kind of plays that are going to eat additional clock. If they're going to be
I would say
19, 20 second, you'd certainly rather be down to that 10 to 14 kind of second.
I would go for a sweep.
It's a great point because when you talk about time management, how much time will you have left? You're guessing 5 seconds per play. So those extra 2 that came off there help.
2nd and 13.
153.
They give it a
Big hit from the former Steeler, Robert Spillane, the 37-yard line. The clock continues to run. And the next snap should come with 1:07 on the clock.
So this is 3rd down.
Yeah, you go back to the decision, right? I mean, you've got a chance. You hit the 2-point conversion before to make it a 1-score game. You're down in range. And even if
Right now, the Raiders would be up had it not been for one of Jimmy G's picks that led to 7 points.
So much of analytics football is driven by, I need to know what the situation is. The Raiders need to get the ball back. They had a chance to go for a touchdown. They may never touch it again on offense.
Let's pick it.
3rd and 11.
Give it to Warren. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And he is down. See, their best hope is going to have to be special teams in this case.
Start of the game. We'll peek ahead to our trip to MetLife to see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
This man said Mac Jones. He should have drafted Mac Jones. Are you kidding me?
Analytics is more about in that situation.
Sure.
Who's playing quarterback?
That's true.
Not kidding you. That moves the needle more than anything in that situation.
They're still saying the Patriots need a quarterback.
Steelers run the clock down. Will they just kick it? Will take the timeout? Tomlin takes the timeout. Maximize the clock down to 23.
23 seconds remaining.
And Presley Harvin will have
The
to
best bet for the Raiders is special teams. That's it. If they take it to the house, the game's over. Yo, if DeAndre Carter, for some miracle, is able to pull off some kind of touchdown.
So many close games, and so often it comes down to what you do in special teams. And Danny Smith is one of the longtime special teams coordinators. He and Mike Tomlin worked very closely together, and they brought in Presley Harvin, a young punter, 7th-round pick out of Georgia Tech a few years ago. He has certainly matured, become very good at his job. Now needs to get one away.
Here's the punt.
With good hang time, and he does all of that and delivers a perfect kick.
Oh, and he drops the ball. But he recovered it.
That takes more time off the clock, and he's got it at the 15-yard line.
Dang.
It almost came up with the ball, but in that pressure situation after a bad kick earlier, Harvin with a gem to the sideline with hang time at 56 yards.
DeAndre Carter's only had one good run all night. Damn, that ball hit him right in the helmet. Face mask.
Lucky to get it back. Lucky to have a chance. You have to be really lucky from here.
I'm sensing a lateral. I'm sensing a lateral. It's either a Hail Mary or a lateral.
In about 40% of the building. Really loud here. Steeler fans who've made the trip. Want to leave Vegas knowing they're
Don't leave Devontae Adams or Jacoby Myers wide open. I'm going to say that because they can run and they got to run fast. Intercepted. Ball game. Oh, Garoppolo. What a way to end it, man. Another bad throw by Garoppolo. 3rd pick of the game. All 3 turnovers by Garoppolo. Le'Veon Wallace gets the 2nd of 3 picks. Nice athletic play, and that's your ball game. Pittsburgh's going to win 23-18 over the Vegas Raiders, in which Garoppolo finishes 28 of 44, 320 yards, but he threw 3 picks. So I wouldn't say he had a great game. Oh, I'm trying to learn Devontae. I'm trying to learn Devontae Adams. You are what you've been your entire career, Jimmy G. Kenny Pickett gets the game ball. The defense gets the game ball, honestly, too, because Kenny Pickett gets the game ball, and the Steelers defense gets the game ball. They played great. They played great. There's some respect shown by Josh McDaniel and Mike Tomlin. And TJ Watt is limping a little bit. But Le'Veon Wallace, man, he continues to play like this. I mean, showing you he's a heck of a football player. But good job. Hopefully, this is a step. This is a step for Kenny Pickett to continue to get better. I just thought that the play calling by Matt Canada was so much better compared to the first 2 weeks. Made Kenny look like a Pro Bowler out there with the throws he made. And give credit to the receivers making the plays, too. But, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Steeler Nation, the Steel Curtain, the Terrible Towel. You guys win 23-18 over the Raiders on the road and now improve to 2-1 on the season while the Raiders go to 1-2 on the year. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that being said, ladies and gents, and oh my Lord, who is that? My gosh, she is beautiful. I'm sorry, folks. I got distracted by this beautiful beauty that I just saw right now. Oh my God. I need her number, please. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. This was fun. Good to be back on here. I think I'm probably going to do Eagles and Buccaneers tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Don't feel like doing the Rams and the Bengals. So I'll do the Eagles and Buccaneers tomorrow at Raymond James Stadium. I got Baker Mayfield as my quarterback. Whoop-de-doo, damn it. Jay says the Steelers found their offense versus the Miscamiel's team, Las Denver Raiders. Well, you couldn't have found a better Scamiel's team than to do it against. That's the best way to put it. Shout out to everybody. Have a wonderful night from the Louis Sports Network. This is signing off, saying bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Peace out, everybody. Definitely appreciate you guys. And as always, we chat together, we stream together, we're family for life. I love you guys. Without you guys, there is no me, as I always say, man. Love and appreciate y'all. I'll be back on tomorrow for Eagles and Buccaneers. Well, I'll try to do Eagles and Buccaneers. If I can't do that, then I will do Lions and Packers on Thursday for Thursday Night Football. Definitely appreciate you guys for week 4, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share the stream, share the channel. Have a wonderful night, guys, and I am gone. Take care, guys.
You know, so many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan. I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me because you can't compare.